Alright, so you should invite me.
Oh, speaking of wait, speaking of losing saves, I lost my Ascent save.
Oh no,
Dude,
I
wait,
played
how'd
like
you
20
do
hours
it?
in it.
bruh.
My PC crashed,
Oof.
and yeah, I lost my Ascent save. Yo, are any of y'all playing on Steam? Because I need a co-op partner. I'm not playing this by myself.
I haven't gotten it.
I'm
I'm
playing
playing with my see, I would be playing with you, but my friends are playing with me, so it's one of those things where it's like, fuck.
Game?
First person mod work well
Okay.
yet?
Oh, the Ascent.
Does the first person mod work well yet? On that?
I have no idea.
I low-key would play it in first person, to be honest.
I don't know how that would work first person though.
You'd get fucking shot from they flank you all the time. You'll
Hey man,
die.
I'm a gaming god, bro. I don't have to worry about it.
You
I
will
wish I could
die.
back my first person.
Like that would just be way too hectic for a twin.
That's too
It's not
hard.
even twin. I can't even call it a twin stick shooter because it's like you're.
That'll
still
be harder
aiming.
than Doom, because the enemies they take more damage.
Yeah, I
Or
don't
some
know,
of them
man.
like that. That's how does that work when you go into cover? Like, nah, that's good luck. You'll die.
Are we missing podcast members? I remember the podcast being
Oh
created.
man, listen,
Talia,
bro. Taladia, his laptop went kaput. Yeah, he's getting not his laptop. Jeez, his PC. Like it just went shit the bed or something.
But,
And then Jigga has a night shift job now. He's trying to upgrade his streams. Yeah. So, hey, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. But, bro, I'm still waiting on my DAC amp. Even though I, put it in order. I think it was, Thursday.
Which one you buy? Or you bought the hell? Or
yeah,
which one?
the one you recommended. Because I'll upgrade maybe in a year or two later or something like that. But for now, I just
I want
to get
that
something.
Steam boy. I want that Steam Deck, bro.
Wait,
I the Persona 4 on to go.
I feel it.
Did I say the K5 Pro? I don't remember which one I recommended for you.
You said the sheet. Is that how you pronounce it? Sheet.
Oh shit! No shit.
You see, I didn't think you would say like that shit.
That's how you say it. It's shit.
Yeah, I didn't know. That's why I'm saying I was trying to beat around the bush for you to say it first. Because you don't really know how to pronounce it, so you're trying to make the other person say it, so you don't look
it's
like a
the good
dumbass.
shit, bro.
Yeah, and then I'm waiting for that to come in. I honestly was just like, fuck it, do the overnight shipping, which is the most expensive shipping you can get.
Yo, I got a
wow.
question. Has anyone played Skyward Sword?
No. Talking about for the Switch, or are you talking about in general?
Yeah, Switch.
Fuck.
I mean, I started it on Yuzu, but I haven't gone past the tutorial.
I just need to know if it's alright.
Isn't it like one of the worst Zelda games? From what some
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
I
like,
guess, but that was due to motion controls. You could turn them off,
Yeah.
but it's still like even with them off, it's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
like
yeah,
I'm
because
default
I heard
slash.
that. I heard that from my friend's husband. Like she said, he was, he played Skyward Sword when it came out. He was bitching like an old man because he is an old man, and he was bitching still because he said the controls still suck fucking ass.
Yeah.
Even without the motion controls, he's like, man, this shit sucks fucking ass.
Oh man.
Who designed this?
I don't know.
Same
fucking
people
know.
made that Wii Music fucking performance.
It's worth $60
mother-
from what I
No, I was-
from what I hear because they made new controls for it and it's HD
Bro,
now,
don't
so
forget,
it's $60.
Yes,
Bro, I get-
and
yeah.
they upgraded the frame rate. It's you're
Is
Bro,
it
they didn't
60
even
or
up-
30?
No, 60.
I thought it was-
It's
okay,
1080
60. I don't-
60, but they didn't do
Okay, I thought it was-
anything with the texture, so it's it's
So
just
I heard
up
the textures
res
got
No.
upgraded just a
No,
tiny.
they did.
They did?
Yeah, they did. I watched the Digital Foundry video. They
Okay.
changed some stuff, but it's still not worth
It-
$10 more
it-
than the original version. It's fucking dumb.
Bro, like
So
20, 10
That's
years
why
ago.
that's why you know what you do. You fucking go to Walmart. We can that shit for 50 instead of 68.
Oh man, I don't
Paying
even
for
think it's worth
Nintendo
50,
games?
man. But,
Bro, yeah, that's why you hit up. That's why you become friends with a guy at Walmart and use their discount card. Hey.
Paying for Nintendo games is not it. All
The
right,
only
let's start this
Nintendo game
podcast
I'm
over.
fucking playing, like I said, SMT5 and Metroid Dread. That's it.
Yo,
Pokemon
I
Diamond.
got,
Oh, that's it.
yo, I got SMT5,
I'm good.
the deluxe edition pre-order.
Dude, I got
I
the
don't even
collector's
like-
edition. I got 2 of them.
Okay, Red Hood, look at you flexing, you motherfucker.
Red Hood bought his copy.
Bro, I don't even like, Red Hood, I don't even like SMT5, but I know I'm gonna I'm gonna get my money's worth in this game. This is
Okay.
gonna be the first SMT game. I give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
I tried SMT4. It was ass. I don't give a fuck.
Mm.
Hmm.
Because you don't have the waifus, that's why.
You're right. Because I don't got the goddamn waifu.
No waifus in this one either.
All right, but before
But-
we start, I gotta say the last closing remark: SMT5, and I will say it here, will be better than Persona 4 Golden. But
Get the
Oh, that's
fuck outta
obvious.
here.
Anything's
Get
better
the
than
fuck-
Persona 4.
Yeah.
Yo, you guys
yeah.
are. I hope you guys get fucking.
Yo, even Yakuza 6 is better than Persona 4. Oh,
Whoa,
wait,
whoa.
let me stop that. Let me stop that. Let me stop that.
You're speaking too hard because Yakuza 6. I ain't gonna lie. Is alright.
Get the
You know,
fuck
it's
out of here. Get
it's
the
Yeah,
fuck
terrible.
out of here.
Alicia doesn't like 6. That
Dude,
we
get
established
that
this on this
fucking
podcast.
garbage game out of here.
He
It was
hates
alright.
6, man.
Wait.
Bro,
hold on.
it needed more.
Did you play 3 to 5? Did you play those Yakuza games?
I didn't play 3, 4.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, so you gotta
Then
play
it's-
those
and then
games,
I
and then
see.
I want to see your opinion change, and then play 6.
Yo,
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
3, 4. I got 3, 4, 5. I think I
Okay.
got them. My PC
Okay.
fully downloaded already,
Okay.
Yeah.
and I'm going to. It's on Game Pass. I also got it on my PS4, and I got it on my fucking.
Okay. Yeah.
You see,
Yeah,
so-
those games will like it's like it makes
See,
sense. You know?
what pissed me off about 6, it just felt like it was the kiddie story instead of it being a whole group story. Like
Yep.
how zero to me is like the pinnacle still.
Oh yeah.
Like the pinnacle of Yakuza.
See, I can't
That game
ever
is
say
so
that.
fucking
I can't
For
say
me,
it's
it's 2.
pinnacle. See, me,
me,
it's
it's
Kiwami
2.
too. I fucking love Kiwami too. I just
Oh my
can't.
god.
Kiwami 2 is alright. Kiwami 2 is
Nah.
better than 6. But like
I don't know
Zero,
about all right.
it-
I just like the story
it-
better in Kiwami too, just because of like I
I
don't
would-
know,
I would-
man.
I
The
would
stories
put-
just have better
Kiwami
Yuji
twists.
is such a badass.
Yeah, Ryuji. I do
Yuji
like
was a
I was-
fucking badass.
I would still put Kiwami 2 over 6. Just based on the gameplay and the other stuff you can do in the game. But 0, just everything you could do in that game, and plus Majima's he became my favorite character after that game, so I'm biased. So, and there was so much content in that game. That game was worth the money. If you bought that game, you got your money in that
It's a
game. That
PS3
game was so
which
fucking.
is insane.
Yeah, and it's a PS3 game. The
Insane.
engine.
Just
The
insane.
engine ran so well; it was very well optimized
Mhm.
on consoles and PC, and it still doesn't look bad. It still looks
Oh,
good.
It didn't look bad.
It still
Yeah.
looks good, and just the content, the side stories, everything, the mini game, the main story itself, everything you could do in that game, it was just like a bow, a chef's kiss, like a little pretty bow you could put on a video game and say, "Hey, can I get $60?" And then when you see when you unwrap the package and you see everything in there, it's like you're worth more than $60, but here you go.
I bought 0 to 2, 3 times.
Yo, I bought Zero. I bought Zero on Xbox. Well, I got on Game Pass on Xbox. I bought it on PC. I bought it on PS4.
All right,
Like that game.
fellas.
Right.
Let's start the podcast. y'all not gonna stop, bro. I already know.
I'm not gonna
I'm
stop.
sorry.
man.
We started waking up Yakuza. We started waking up Yakuza. Like
Hey,
Yakuza.
man, just make a Yakuza podcast in here.
Yo,
This,
yeah,
little
Let me know when you beat
podcast.
3 to 5, man. When you beat 3 to 5, we'll revisit 6.
That's true.
like till six, I could see his flaw. It felt too short, and it just
I don't-
felt like
I mean, we'll talk about it later. Like I don't.
yeah. We'll talk about
y'all,
Yeah, we will.
Burrow trying to loop back in. Yo, start it right.
So, what's
Start
up,
the
guys?
motherfucking podcast.
Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Yeah, this is Overleveled Podcast, episode 117. We have our panel members, Leash, Bless Red, and of course our guest, Burro. And overall, we have a couple of topics to talk about. I don't know, we could, go a little spin off on some of them, but overall, yet again, not that much gaming news that's like this huge impact at all. But we still have some news nonetheless. And of course, like we do every single podcast, we're going to talk about what games that we've been playing. And I'll start off saying that the games I've been playing, of course, have been Death's Door for a little bit, Yakuza 0, and I don't know why Red Dead Redemption 2, just because I think I wanted to see the DLSS for the game. I wanted to see how it affected my performance, and playing at 1440p, 2080 Ti, and the settings. And I could say for that game, like I'm getting like, I would say 60 to about around 100 FPS, depending on certain environments that I'm in. And like I said, like overall controls feel more responsive on PC. And graphically, I'm still stunned. HDR looks fantastic on PC, and the graphics, I could say, like, it's just fucking insane. For Red Dead Redemption 2, that like how stunning that open world is, and how good that PC port is, and how I'm like not getting pop-ins, and it's insane just to like be in that and just like admire the world that they created in a game. And still the combat, like I said, slightly better on PC, but I still have a issue inherently, like the combat isn't like super satisfying, and it feels like dated, and they definitely should have done an evolution to that combat. But overall, the story's great and all that, and I could say Red Dead Redemption 2, in terms of open world, along with Cyberpunk, are probably the most impressive visual open world games that you could get on PC, but and Witcher 3 as well.
What two things? You playing on mouse and keyboard?
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, so it must be real good. And do you have DLSS on or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Do you say it helps improve the frame rate on with the other set?
Yeah, the frame rate was kind of like, last I remember when I was playing it before DLSS, it was like probably around like, I want to say like minimum was like 40, max might have been like 70.
Ooh, 40.
You gotta
So
watch
so
out
DLSS,
for MSA.
Yeah, but then with DLSS, like I said, it's like minimum's like 60, max is like 100. Depending on
okay.
areas,
So
of
do you
course.
think it's like over 20 or above frame rate performance of this DLSS?
Yeah.
And does it look about the same, or does it look?
DLSS, like I said,
Yeah.
there's no downgrade when I was playing DLSS. I was playing DLSS with quality as well, so I can mention that too. At 1440p. But it would be
Nice.
pretty dope if 4080 Ti comes out and playing that with DLSS and seeing at 4K how that is, and up in the settings, of course. But yeah, like I said, that game, Yakuza 0, still, I dig the combat story is, good again. And only thing I don't like is CP. The CP, that's the only issue I had that's tied. I think Kiwami had, no, I don't think Kiwami did have no, I think they did. It's been a while. I'm trying to like go back and replay all the games after playing Like a Dragon.
Saying I'm replaying them all on Xbox.
So
Maybe I'll switch 4, 5, and 6 on
yeah,
4K for the 4K because I think on console it's still like 1080p and like faster.
oh yeah, it's 1080p still.
Gross.
Yeah, it is. What else? Oh, I played a little bit of the Master Chief Collection. A couple, I think it was Meds, Nova, yeah, Lobo, a couple other people. We were just playing Halo for like 2 hours. It was fun.
So when am I gonna get that Halo invite?
Halo invite, bro. Like maybe when you like start showing up to these servers, then you'll get that invite.
Bro, I don't know what servers, bro. You haven't even checked why I've been on hiatus, sir. We'll talk about that after.
Yeah. But no, we were playing in Blaze server and all that. Hopefully, it'll be better than Lobo. I think we're just playing like in the playlist Reach 3.
Reach, yeah, I need to finish that. I'm at the end. Oh, you go ahead.
But I think we're getting ourselves hyped for the infinite multiplayer, which I like I said, I have no issue with the multiplayer. I think the multiplayer is going to be fantastic, but that infinite campaign is where I am a little conflicted with. But Death's Door also, I need to finish it. I've been playing a little bit of it, but I'm just getting sidetracked right now. And then I want to say to the people watching, Tales of Arise demo should be out tomorrow. So
Yeah, I forgot.
Yo, isn't that Tales game that looks actually fire? Like it looks like a next gen game.
Yeah.
I've heard some spooky stuff about it.
I heard the combat is different from the other Tales game, more like Berseria combat is what I've been hearing. I didn't really have a problem with Berseria. That's the thing, is whereas like more the hardcore Tales fans are like split on. So like me, I'm not this huge hardcore Tales fan. I play some of Berseria, but this one I don't know, it's just pulling me in. But once I get the game, I'll make a final verdict on it. What about you, Blessed?
I've been playing a lot of emulated games recently. Well, like in the last week or so.
Nothing wrong with that.
I beat Heavenly Sword. That game is okay at best. Probably cool when it originally came out. So much 6-axis controls. You can turn it off, but like some things are bound to 6-axis. Like you can't do aerial combat. You can't jump without 6-axis. So that's ass. The story was it was kind of stupid. The characters, their dialogue was fucking funny. It wasn't, the enemy characters, the villains, their dialogue was just funny because it was dumb, not because it was like actually they were trying to be funny. But combat was okay, and it was good. It was like a fake God of War type beat. What else did I play? I played well though. I saw how fucking it runs on the PS3 in like the last boss fight. That shit's like 10 FPS. It runs at like 40. It was like the lowest was 40 on RPCS3, so shit was pretty good. What else? I beat Elder Souls as well.
Nice.
It was a cool little game. It's a good game. And I thought it was gonna be a little bit longer, but I think it's good. I think
it's like a boss rush game, so it's like legit. Like people think it's like, oh shit, this game's gonna be easy. It's like, dude, you'll get your like cheese clap a lot. And I think the funniest one was the Dear God one. And I know what you like. How'd you react to the Dear God without like spoiling?
Oh yeah, I was streaming it. I was like, oh shit, that explains why. I was like, this boss is not that hard, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that explains it. But then it only took me like two more times to beat it though. The pattern for the next part wasn't that hard. But yeah, this game's good. I like the music. I think the music is probably it's one of the best parts. I like the customization of the builds is probably crazy. I only beat it once, but like I can see going into New Game Plus would be crazy. I tried to fight the first boss in New Game Plus. I was like, bro, this guy's health is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Look at this man out the chat. Man. Oh, I was playing this Ascent and I lost all my progress in that game, so now I'm like, fuck. Either I find a co-op partner or I'm just gonna delete the game because I don't want to play through
I got a
this
question.
game by
Is
myself.
cross?
What?
He says it's crossplay.
It's crossplay, but not with the Steam version. That version has no crossplay.
What?
That's it.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what you have to have it on Steam if I'm gonna play with you.
Dumb.
So yeah.
Okay, I was about to download that.
But yeah. So I'm like, I don't know. I was like, I have like most of the achievements in the game. Like I was probably at the end, but it's like, well, shit.
Yeah.
I don't feel like playing that game by myself, going through it again. So what?
Sorry, I totally understand.
Your mic's cutting out.
You're a bit faint, Boodle.
My bad. I'm away from my mic.
Yeah.
I said I totally understand if you don't want to go back to it. Like you're losing all your progress and then you have to start over from that. I totally understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, no matter what the game is, if I lose all my progress, I lose almost all interest. It doesn't matter. It could be Persona. I don't give a fuck. That shit makes me.
Yeah.
I don't know. But what else? Wait, did I beat a game on? What did I beat a game on? Oh, I tried to emulate Gears 1 on Xenia. That shit runs terribly. But I
does it?
also yeah, it runs terribly. I don't know. I have to fix it. But I also started playing not Burnout Paradise. Burnout Takedown.
Oh
3.
yeah.
That shit is fire. The soundtrack in that game is crazy, dog. That's
isn't Gears 1 already on PC?
It's through the Windows Store, the Ultimate
that
or something.
That shit runs like ass through the Windows Store. Like it runs worse than the emulated version, like legit. But
Damn.
yeah, I'm shocked that they didn't put it on the Steam.
performance wise, but like
Yo, it pisses me
emulator
off
version
that
is broken.
Gears 2 and 3 is not on Steam.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't put it on Steam.
I would like it to be there, but they have to.
But they put
fucking.
They put.
And Phil Spencer's gatekeeping these games from PC gamers. You know, it's not good.
Damn.
Yo, don't forget
right.
Gears Ultimate Edition is only on the Windows.
Yeah, that's
wow. What a gatekeeper! Can't believe it, Phil. Disappointed.
If it was actually on Steam, it'll probably be better.
Absolutely.
But that's basically it, though. Oh yeah, Back for Blood beta. I don't know. Oh, that could be a topic actually. I don't know.
Oh,
yeah.
I was gonna say maybe we should all play Back for Blood. Is it play?
Yeah, it's 4-player. I don't know if it's crossplay.
Yeah,
I don't think
it's cross. Yeah, it's crossplay.
Okay.
So I've been looking for people to play Back for Blood with down the line, reach out. And if you guys want to play Back for Blood, down for it.
Yeah,
I'll let you know.
But that's it though.
Nice. What about you, Alish? What have you been playing?
So I just beat yesterday. I just beat Neo World Ends with You. I finally beat that game.
The original or the sequel?
The sequel. I beat the sequel.
Okay.
Definitely, if you played the original, the game rewards you very handsomely for it. I think there's a lot of stuff later in the story that, like, if you have no experience of the original, it won't hit you the same as it would hit like a person who played or at least watched the anime. The gameplay, like, there's a lot of content too. There's time travel. There's over 3,000 or 10,000 pins to collect in the game. The story had its fair share of twists. One thing I will say is that there's a certain pattern in the way that each chapter is like laid out, and it kind of removes some of the tension because I felt like if it was structured differently, then some moments would be more like surprises. Especially like there are some moments where it's like this could have been a really like surprising moment but they kind of just like tell you in the beginning of the chapter what's about to happen, so like it kind of just removes the tension from there. It's great that they've made the sequel. It's great that the gameplay is still like very addicting. It rewards you for side missions because there are certain power-ups you unlock through side missions that like it makes combat a lot easier, and not in the way of Octopath where like you get secondary jobs, but like let's just say like the groove meter, it like makes it easier to fill up. All in all, I think like every single sort of unanswered question that the original left you with, they kind of gets answered by the end of the game here.
Okay.
And I'm very happy that they gave you they gave you a mix of new and old characters that got the last hurrah, whatever. So also another issue I didn't like, but I know why they did it, was like there's just like the loading between combat, because like Persona 5 Strikers has no loading like between combat sections, but that's because like Strikers, like the overworld is like the same world you fight in, whereas in World Ends With You, it's like the world is a lot smaller, but then when you fight, it's a lot like more spacious. So I know why they did that. Definitely recommend. Like I don't know what's my game of the year. I still don't know what's my game of the year because every game I played this year was pretty much like the same like thought that I walked away with. Yeah, so like I don't have a clear. I guess it would be World Ends With You just because I didn't know what to expect. It's been like 14 years since the original, and having a new cast definitely was an interesting turn that they took for it. And then of course I've just honestly at this point like I'm gonna play Hades as my next game, but I'm gonna take a break from
Hades is the really.
Sorry?
Hades is the really.
Yeah, I beat Dead Cells. That was my first roguelike that I beat. So then Hades is my next one that I'm gonna beat.
I haven't finished the version on PC. It's really fucking amazing to where I've doubled it on Switch and PC, and I wouldn't even mind getting it on Xbox. It's a really
Yeah, I'm very happy that I bought it on the Steam sale because I was waiting for Hades to go on sale for like months.
yeah, same here. I got on sale.
Yeah. And then I've also just honestly Valorant is just my regular daily driver. I started using AimLab like to help practice my aim and stuff, and it's fun. It's fun to use, and it's like a pretty much a daily thing for me now. And yeah, honestly, it's just Valorant, and then I guess in a week I'll go try Hades. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing.
And Buro, what have you been playing?
Or like one of the best RPGs of all time, Persona 4 Golden, is going to be my third time beating it on fucking. I beat it on the Vita, I beat it on PC, and I'm about to beat it again on PC because that's the only place they put it. I would beat it on everywhere else they put it at, like either it be Xbox or PS4, or even fucking Switch at this point because I really enjoyed that game. I've been playing Yakuza Like a Dragon. It's an amazing RPG. If you're new to the Yakuza series, I can actually say, if you play 0 through 6, yeah, you'll enjoy 7 more, but 7 wouldn't hurt to be a good starting point, for the series because it loosely connects to the previous protagonist. Still very good series, and just the RPG mechanics themselves have been very good. I've also been playing Animal Crossing, is the game that I vibe with whenever I just relax. And I've been trying to play just anything else on my Switch so it doesn't collect dust. Been tempted to play Persona 5 Royal again, just so my PS4 doesn't collect dust. And I've been also playing Resident Evil 8 on Xbox.
Nice. RE8's a good
Ray
game.
Ray tracing doesn't.
Yo, bro, you're like
You just
Bro, be careful with your mic, man. Your mic is gonna be crazy.
My bad. My mic was on the board. It's my phone. But ray tracing is high so far.
no. That's good. So now we get to go to the topics, and like I said, not like huge topics, but nonetheless, I guess we could talk really the GTA remasters real quick. Um, is along with Red Dead Redemption. So what they've been saying in the reports from Bloomberg is that no, it's not even Bloomberg. It's just reports in general that
I think
GTA
Kotaku
one,
reported on.
yeah, Kotaku, but it's like 1 through 3 getting remastered in their description. It's
No,
new,
it wasn't
new.
1 through 3. 3, Vice City, and San Andreas.
No, yeah, you're right. Along with Red Dead Redemption, and it's
Yeah,
getting new visuals along with old. That to me just sounds like a res bump and higher FPS.
it's reportedly that they were using like some of the Unreal Engine. They were playing the game they were remastering the game on Unreal Engine, and yeah, some of the visuals would be updated, some would be true to the previous games. So it'd be like a mix, apparently, supposedly. I don't know. I haven't seen footage of the game. I'm just saying what they said.
Yeah. Personally, I think Red Dead Redemption, all they could do is like my thing was, you guys could theoretically, technically use the engine Red Dead 2 did, and you already have the map from, you know, Red Dead Redemption 2 for Red Dead Redemption 1 with Blackwater and stuff like that. Like, all you could do is like take that and just have the same assets. And like
They,
you have
and
the
they
same
also have like
characters.
character models too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of character models too. I mean, I think
Yeah,
that's
they
what
already
I
have.
think, yeah, I think for GTA, that those are more like the
Yeah.
between remasters. You know, Red Dead will be a
Yeah.
remake. Absolutely.
The one thing I want to know is Undead Nightmare, is that going to be a remaster?
Oh,
Because
that.
if it's
Oh
not,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think so.
Well, the
if it's
thing is,
not,
they
that's-
don't have
I
they
don't know why
don't
they
have
wouldn't.
assets that for that though. That's the thing.
they
They're
don't.
doing
They
Red
also
Dead.
don't have. They also don't probably have assets. All the assets for Red Dead 1, but it's getting remastered anyway. Just recreate it like an Unreal Engine. The Unreal Engine is very easy to use apparently. So just recreate it, because if they don't remake Undead Nightmare, then you're just taking away from the whole experience of Red
Well,
Dead.
what's the engine for Red Dead Redemption 2?
It's the Rage. Oh, it's
The
still
Rage
a
engine.
They're all the Rage engine.
Okay.
But they didn't start using Rage till PS3 with the table tennis game.
Yeah.
Because my thing is,
I
like I
don't-
said, just use the assets from Red Dead 2 / the map from Red Dead 2.
Red Dead or GTA remaster being on Unreal Engine sounds irregular because they always use the Rage engine. So
Yeah.
it's weird. And also, I heard a
I think-
rumor of it being digital only, which would
Oh, yeah.
mean, in my opinion,
Oh.
if it's digital only, it would probably be not a big of an upgrade. And if it's not a big upgrade, I'm not buying it.
But I think people were saying the point that like the old GTA games are already on consoles, so like it would have to be somewhat of an upgrade to entice people to buy it.
It's probably going to have 4K for people to upgrade and buy into it. I think it'll be a somewhat of a noticeable difference, but I'm leaning to what Redhead and Bless have said. Like you might still see some of the old visuals in there.
If it's not a mechanical difference, I don't care. I'm not buying it.
I mean, it being
I
60 is
just-
already a mechanical difference.
Those games don't control well.
I just hope they update the controller.
I mean, it should be 60, like because the old GTA games are still 30 FPS. Even with
You'd be
mods.
surprised, Ubisoft released a remastered of Assassin's Creed and they like made it 30 FPS.
Assassin's Creed 3,
Yeah.
right? That was on console.
Oh,
the-
the whole
FPS
collection. The collection is 30,
Oh,
which is garbage. But I don't know. I don't know the reasoning behind it. I don't know what the point of it was. If you're gonna just remaster it,
I mean, it would make sense because I remember it seems like when companies take down mods that they usually don't take down, it means that like something's coming. It's like when Nintendo took down AM2R, they brought out Metroid Returns right after that. So like Rockstar taking down the GTA mods and then the Red Dead mod, and then that tells me like, okay, like it kind of makes sense. Like to put 2 and 2 together, like this kind of seems legit to me at least.
Yeah.
problem is they need to deliver on a good product.
Rockstar are gods. They never fail.
They were gods. Who?
Absolutely, Rockstar. They're gods.
Well, again,
Sir.
Red Dead 2. I sleep.
God.
I sleep.
Like I said, I don't think Red Dead is bad game. I don't think it's like a masterpiece. It's just like I
Red Dead is
said,
God.
it's just the controls could have been better, or the mechanics really. But PC is like the better way to play the game, though. I can say that for a fact.
Absolutely.
Unless they make like PS5 version or whatever. But
Considering they only made 2 games in the
Gosh,
last decade,
yeah,
one of them is great. The other one is a disappointment. They're not gods to me. I don't even know if I put them top 5 anymore, honestly.
well, you thought GTA 5 was great?
Yeah.
I didn't care.
You
for
guys
GTA 5.
remember? Hey, you guys remember when Rockstar used to release a game every fucking year?
Yeah,
Yeah,
was back
yeah,
in
they have
PS2
like
gen.
they got 12.
No,
They got
PS3
12
too.
they got like 12 devs and they all work on one game, just like Activision will Call of Duty.
When did they stop? Was it
Right.
after Max Payne 3, right?
Yeah,
I think after GTA
that was
5.
like the last one.
Yeah,
Did GTA
because
5
Max
come out a year after Max
Payne.
Payne 3?
No, Max Payne 3 was 2012, right? Or no?
And then GTA was 2013.
Yeah.
It's like after GTA 5.
Yeah. Then yeah. Like I said,
At least still like one of my favorite Rockstar games.
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
GTA 5 for me, I was disappointed in, and Red Dead 2, I enjoyed it a little bit more, but not that by much.
I mean, GTA 4 is still my favorite GTA. Like, I still
GTA
like
4 has a really good story.
Dude, that story is fire.
Yeah, it is.
That story is very amazing.
And like the best ragdoll.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
it does. But like I said, I think they just got to do a bit more with these remasters. Like I said, Red Dead 1, I gave you guys an easy out, even though, it's not maybe too easy, but still, you save more money that way.
Red Dead 1 is to be remastered. It's a shame that it's not on PC, has not been ported. I think they lost the source code to it.
It was like really hard to make that game. Like they said, like there was a lot of like it was just like unsalvageable to port it or something. Like,
and that is a travesty in itself because the Xbox version still doesn't finish it.
I mean, that game was ahead of its time. Like when it came out, like
The
honestly,
game, yeah, it was.
ahead of its time.
Like that game, if it was at 60 or plus, I would bust that.
Yeah. For Red Dead 1, I'd probably buy it even if there was no changes.
Oh yeah,
Because
absolutely.
that game is, I want that game on PC. Like, it needs to be on PC.
It needs to be on like modern consoles, Switch, whatever, and PC because that game just being locked to like the 360 and PS3, the PS3 consoles is a travesty.
Yeah. All I can say, ending this topic, I preferred Arthur Morgan over John Marston. All right, let's go to the next one.
You are get the
what?
Get the fuck out of here,
dude. He had better. Listen,
leave
bro.
this podcast.
He had a better character development than John Marston. That's all I gotta say.
Leave this podcast. Leave this podcast.
No,
John Marston is the OG. I would have a beer with that.
Hey man, but who's a better character, sir?
I don't know. I didn't finish.
Not about your favorite character. Exactly.
Beat Persona 4 3 times and not finish Red Dead? That's wild.
Yo, Red Dead 2 because the
Dude,
game
bro, we just gotta get you a new
but you
GPU.
played Persona 4. The fuck?
Yeah, it's amazing. What the fuck are you talking about?
Gross.
Anyway, let's go to the next topic. COD. We need more COD, right?
That's
COD,
a mega.
Ew.
COD Vanguard is
COD is
reported.
Dude, did you see that Warzone
title.
teaser? Did you see that
Are
Warzone
you
teaser?
finished or are
I
you
didn't
done?
I didn't see the Warzone teaser.
Bruh, it looks awful. And
Damn.
I'll link it. It's like if you wanted Warzone, there was a teaser like for Vanguard, and then like it just looked really bad. Like not besides Alpha Resolution, like it just looked really awful.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it.
But it's very interesting. Call of Duty Vanguard, right? It's being developed by Sledgehammer Game Studio. They made World War II and they made Advanced Warfare. We've heard through the grapevine that this game has been through development hell. And it took a long ass time for them to show this game off, which is reportedly going to be shown off on August 19th. And
Notice
it's going to
most
be.
development hell. See if fucking what's it called? Skull and Bones.
Nah, man, listen, man. All I can say is Sledgehammer Games. Ugh. When
They're
it
the
comes to their
worst
Call of
COD
Duty.
Continue.
Worst
And-
COD development, hands down.
What's the name of the other Call of Duty developer? Like Raven something, and they didn't even get a game.
Raven?
Yeah, Raven
They-
just
Yeah,
supported.
they're
Raven
just
just
support
supported.
studio. Yeah. But what else?
Oh,
Also, the main draw for this game is not even a main draw. Is that they're doing World War II again? Like, bro, you guys made a World War
What?
II with Call of Duty World War II, and you're doing
World War
Call of Duty
II.
Vanguard. It's like, bro, I don't. Anyways,
but their main attraction is this is supposed to be from the Allies' perspective, from the eastern side of the world, not the United States. That's their
that's their goal. I'm just like, bro, I
that's
don't.
their draw.
I hope this game dies a horrible death, bro. It's time. It's time for COD to just die a horrible death.
Bro, you know damn well this game ain't gonna die. I mean,
It's
in
gonna
terms of-
sell, but
It's gonna
it's
sell.
not gonna
That's
have
what
any
I'm
potential.
saying. It's
Could
gonna
have dropped
sell
in like
a
2
lot.
weeks.
I don't disagree. It's
Could've
just
dropped
gonna people are gonna pay a lot of money though. This thing.
I just want this game to die, man. It's gonna be trash. Like it's gonna be trash. It's another World War II game, and it's been in development hell for 2+ years now. Yeah, we hear you. It's been in development hell. What the fuck, bro?
My bad.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I said my bad, but
All right. Yo, but like it's been in development hell for like 2 fucking years. Like this shit is ridiculous. That shit is gonna be terrible.
And also, Sledgehammer, like their COD games don't feel like
still
COD
gonna sell them.
games are awful. Like they're
Still gonna sell.
COD games.
What was
I
the
played
last
both
COD game?
games.
Advanced Warfare?
Yeah, I played
Or was
both.
it
I
World
played
War
both of their games, and they don't feel like COD games. Like they feel ass. I don't know what it is, but it's gonna be really bad. If Cold War was the way it came out, and that game, like with that game, and this game is gonna be even worse.
Yeah, that game struggled. That story was like half finished.
Yeah,
But
I was looking forward to that story, but when I heard it was like 2-3 hours, I just said, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna play it." Like, what's the point?
Don't
That's
disappoint me
disappointing.
with that.
Disappointed.
Yo, COD can sell millions, but as long as it is less than what they expect, it's a flop. So it's fine by me. As long as it flops, I'm good.
You know what's not a flop in terms of story and gameplay? Titanfall 2, an amazing game that people should play.
Isn't the multiplayer unplayable now or something on PC?
I don't know.
forgot.
Nah, that was just a story.
Okay. So like,
No,
so
I
now-
thought they had hackers.
Oh,
or something.
that was a mod. Yeah, that was a modder. It was a whole fucking stupid thing where a modder was like, "Oh, let's take off this shit down." Like I don't know. Don't worry about it. It's up. It's fine.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
Good game. Good game.
it is a good game.
Oh, very good game. Very good.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll talk about Outriders, right? Outriders. So basically, a lot of people on all different sides of the fence, PlayStation fanboys, Xbox fanboys, just going at it, and I was just like rolling my eyes about it. So essentially, the whole story was a developer from Outriders. They just had an interview or something like that. They asked the question, but something came up of them saying, "Hey, we're not getting paid for royalties," which he assumed meant, or the developer assumed that the game didn't sell well. So it came to the whole sparking the discussion of Game Pass, this and that, when it comes to like royalties and launching of Game Pass, like games for Game Pass on launch and all that. Every developer has different royalties, but the thing is, this developer isn't owned by Square Enix, and these deals have been in place for, I would say, several like different years. There's different barometers for royalties or bonus pays. One of the things that comes into mind would be like the Fallout New Vegas, Obsidian, and Bethesda said, hey, if this game doesn't hit a certain number on Metacritic, we're not gonna give you more money. We're just gonna give you like the thing, the what we promised you. And they had like 1 point away from hitting that mark, and they didn't get that bonus pay. So like reminds me of like a similar situation to that. But like I said, there's a lot of contributing factors when it came to Outriders. It was a mess at launch. They had server issues, they had bugs, they were like nerfing certain characters, like buffing. It's like that the whole Outrider situation is just a mess, Like I said, like Game Pass for the Xbox community gauged more interest. PlayStation people were just hungry for something, and like around that time frame when Outriders came out, and so the game did semi decent, but not to the point where Square Enix, was going to give them, that royalties for them. So it's very interesting seeing the fanboys come out the woodwork from both sides. But overall, it's like I said, like if none of these circumstances occurred when it came to, let's say, the Game Pass, as well as PlayStation fans being hungry for more games, this game would have done probably worse if it was, let's say, came out in 2022, with the year that 2022 is going to be a stacked launch, so to speak.
Yeah.
So like you got to look at all those factors, and like this game wasn't going to do well regardless at the end of the day.
Yeah. That shit is multiple layers of fuckery, but people want to boil it down to, Game Pass. It didn't sell well because Game Pass. Don't put your games day one on Game Pass. Yada yada bullshit. Like you said, the server issues. Some people were having server issues for an entire month. Like imagine not playing the game that you bought, or you're playing in Game Pass and you're thinking about purchasing, but you can't even play for an entire month. It's like, is that gonna incentivize you to buy that game? No, of course not. So it's like that's the problem. The PR problem with the Twitter, the man or woman going crazy, like I can't handle this, just yelling at the fans. Like I understand you're getting hate because the servers are going bad, but you have to keep your composure in that position. You can't just On top of that, the media, like I mean, I played the beta, the demo. I wasn't impressed by it, so I wasn't gonna buy it because of that. At least in this community, the Game Pass sparked interest, like you said. It sparked the interest in people, it put eyes on the game, basically. So, and also it's weird because Square Enix said that they said that it sold well, but the devs are like, yo, we aren't paid our royalties. So it's like, it could be also something with Square Enix where they're doing something shady. Like we don't know the entire picture. Like putting it only to Game Pass is dumb, basically. We don't know the entire picture because this shit is looking kind of spooky, this entire situation. But it makes sense. Like the game, at least from what I've played and what I've seen, the game is not very good. So it's not gonna like sell more via word of mouth. It doesn't surprise me that it didn't do all that well. So
yeah, I would say when it comes to like the
So you're not
royalties, say it, Buro.
My fault. So you're not surprised about the soul.
Yeah.
Like saying they didn't get any money.
Yeah, them saying that they didn't get their money back. I don't know how much it sold. Like I don't know the concrete numbers. It probably sold like 1 million or 2, but you know how Square Enix is. Tomb Raider sold 6 million, and it was considered a flop. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Richard.
I would say like a lot of people constitute something differently. So I want to like preface saying these devs were paid, right? We all know that because some people be like, "What do they like? What does royalties mean?" and stuff like that. So, like, there are different forms of payment, and you could get whatever you're paid on top of royalties. Like, if you're, let's say, like, if your game sells 3 million and you're a publisher and you tell these that if it hits over 3 million, after 3 million copies, we'll give you royalties after it hitting 3 million. So after 3 million, that one copy after 3 million, you'll get royalties out of that. That's usually how it goes. So
And considering Game Pass, like Game Pass exists where devs get paid up front. That cost up front should count as unit sales by itself. Like, oh, we're gonna pay you a portion of this amount of money, which would be equivalent to this amount of unit sales. I don't know exactly how the talkings went, but I would assume Square Enix and people, what was it? What was the name of the studio? People Can Fly?
yeah, people can play.
I would assume People Can Fly and Square Enix were both in talkings with Microsoft at the same time. Like, Square Enix wouldn't be able to make that decision by themselves to have it on Game Pass, right? Like, I don't know.
Like, it depends. Like
They published
you
this, so they
yeah,
should be able to.
if they own
Like-
the IP, right, that's a different story. Then,
Like with MLB, like PlayStation didn't make the decision. MLB made the decision, right? So this is like not in their hands. But it's on Game Pass.
no, that Alicia does bring an interesting point because this, like you said, it's like MLB went, or it could be one way or the other. Phil could have went to MLB, or MLB went to Phil, and they struck that deal. Sony wasn't a part of that. Same thing for Square. Square, if they own the IP for Outriders, like the devs can't do shit. It is what it is. And Square is like, okay, cool. We want the money for it to be on Game Pass. Cool. Like, when it comes to that, I don't know, because like Bless said, there could be different barometers. Like, how do you constitute for this type of contract before, right, saying there's a certain amount of copies we need for a royalty for us to give you royalties, but then now they put in Game Pass into the equation, which then changes everything, right? Because now with these downloads, they won't be counted as like royalties.
Oh, it won't be counted.
Yeah. So it's like a lot of legal things. I don't know. At the end of the day, like, they did get paid, but the royalties thing is a different situation entirely. And that, like, no one's gonna know. We don't know what Square Enix put for that contract.
I got him.
Oh my gosh, jeez.
I think I got it. Why is it still going?
Let me see.
Did it? Oh, the chat's
Yeah,
just
there
not
it goes.
loading. I did it
Okay,
mad
good.
early.
Yeah, this dude just
All right.
creates different accounts. Fucking hell.
We got a troll.
Whoa, what the
What the fuck?
Jeez.
No, dude, I gotta go back.
I don't know what the fuck's
You got a
happening.
secret fan, Red Hood. That's crazy.
Bro,
Shit's OD,
I don't know
dude.
what the fuck is happening.
What?
Gentlemen, please don't acknowledge the troll. And
Oh shit. Here,
No,
let
no.
me.
It's fine.
Okay, did you do it again? What
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck?
Back again.
I got it, bro.
Oh
Let's
my
just keep going. Don't worry about it.
Jeez. Anyways,
Appreciate it.
thanks.
Anyway, back to the topic.
Okay, I'll say my piece. Well, look, this is the thing, right? Whenever a game that's on Game Pass day one makes a lot of money, sells well, people say, "Oh, this is the power of Game Pass." It's giving these devs extra boosted revenue, giving them lots of, no matter if it's multiply, whatever. It gets the credit. And just when it gets the credit, it should also get the criticism. And this only proves my point that I've been preaching for years about Game Pass, is that it's good for indie devs or smaller games or back catalog games, as the Take-Two CEO said. But when it comes to bigger budget games, day one is not a viable option. because it does not make enough money. No matter what it was going into before the announcement, it doesn't make enough money to recoup what would have been made if it was sold for standard retail. And if a game like Outriders can't be profitable, for, like given Game Pass, and look, Xbox gamers, they don't buy games anyways. That's true.
Damn.
They don't buy games, so like,
Bruh.
so
Yeah,
Come on now,
I'll
sir.
take that.
They can buy games.
No,
see
bro,
those
I'll
80
take
sales?
that. Hold on.
They
I'll
have a
take that.
Hold on.
I've only bought maybe 2 games on my Xbox.
Exactly.
Exactly.
They don't buy games. Xbox people, they don't buy games.
Bro, they have significantly less.
You know what?
user base
You
on
know
the
what?
PlayStation side, bro.
You
Come
Bro,
on,
but
you know what I bought on my Xbox?
93.7%. Like that. Come on, that's not normal.
Bro, you know what I bought on my Xbox? Judgment and Resident Evil. That's about it. Everything else has been Game Pass.
Exactly, because look, Game Pass was made because Xbox gamers were not buying games like in the beginning of the generation. So Microsoft had to try to find a way to get their consumers to spend money while still not buying games. And now they've conditioned their users to not buy games because of, wait for Game Pass, right? Look what happened with Death Store. Look what happened with Scarlet Nexus. These games were announced and they said, when's it coming to Game Pass? When's it coming to Game Pass?
I got a question. Is Death Store coming to Game Pass? Because I'm not going to get it done. Game Pass?
What
Oh
about
my
what about
God.
the bro, what about the
I'm
people
just keeping
that,
it real.
but what about the people that be buying games and are in Game Pass? Like
That they don't. That's a
shout out
very
to them.
very small number. That's a
Shout
very
out to them, but they're very few.
They
bro,
don't. They don't. They like.
they're the real ones then, bro.
That's a
buy
very
games.
small.
okay,
Okay, but the thing is,
also
they're hardcore. Like they were gonna buy the game anyway. For them, it doesn't change. The problem is like the wider base does not buy the games.
Me, I'm a casual Xbox gamer. Like, I will buy something on my PS4 and PC if I have the option.
Oh, why did I just touch that? Oops. But
So yes, Scarlet. No, I said because Jeff Scrub made that rumor that Scarlet was coming to Game Pass. So all these Xbox gamers were harassing Bandai Namco about Game Pass. Is it coming to Game Pass? And then Bandai Namco said it's not. And these Xbox gamers like, oh, I'm not buying it then. It's not coming to Game Pass. You had Xbox gamers on Twitter say like, oh, I have Final Fantasy 7 on PS4, but I'm not gonna buy it until it comes to Xbox. And if it doesn't come to Game Pass, I'm not buying it. Like, come on, like they've conditioned their fucking gamers to fucking not buy games, man.
Game Pass
Scarlet
is
Nexus
amazing.
and
I ain't
Scarlet
gonna lie.
Nexus
Makes
sold
me not-
well. Scarlet Nexus sold well without Game Pass, and that's great. I bought the game day one. Like, I'm glad it's
Yo,
sold.
I'm tempted to buy it on Game Pass. I'm tempted to buy it, even on Xbox Game Pass, just to support the developers because it's a fucking.
Xbox gamers don't buy games. Look at Hades sales. Look at
Yo, how
what
are you?
Capcom said. What Capcom said about Xbox and what type of platform it's for. Like, come on, dude. Like,
I
Right.
will say this, right? When it comes to the whole Game Pass, if it like the whole debate, because it's a debate, and like Game Pass, from what I've seen, can help buy games. Like there are points I think from both sides that it can help certain games like GTA 5 because there was a study, not study, but data that was shown that after it left Game Pass, there was more GTA 5 games being bought, right? But there's
after it ended. Right?
Yeah, because that's an online game and all that. Also single player, but because people like online aspects for games as a service. I consider GTA 5 online as games as a service. Because it's
why do you think?
and stuff like
Wait, one second though. You want me to add Reddit or not Reddit? Dope.
I mean, if you
also, why do you think Xbox is making all these games as a service multiplayer games?
I want to see this happen.
Why do you think they're making those games? Why do you think that? It's because of engagement, bro. And Jess Corden said it too. They're not gonna make Sony type single player experiences. They're gonna make games that incentivize fucking engagement because they want a service to. They don't want people to be on $1 a month Game Pass forever. They want people to be on that $15, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on.
Yo,
join
Jay,
Discord.
join General. I can move you.
Look at Resident Evil Village sales on PS5 versus Xbox Series.
Yo, I'm not.
80/20.
They got me for Game Pass because.
All right, yeah, now. He said you got the smoke.
All right, let's see. I'm here. I'm here. I'm not running away.
Oh, what's good with y'all, man? What's
All
up?
right, all
How
right.
you
It's
guys doing
okay.
tonight?
Yeah,
Doing all right.
doing good.
No,
Are you happy? Good night?
I'm
When
Yeah,
did I
gonna
say
good
Scarlet? When did I say Scarlet Nexus
I'm,
didn't sell well? When did I say that?
no, I didn't
Hold
say
on.
that you said it didn't sell well. You said that people wanted Scarlet Nexus to go into Game Pass
Yeah,
because of
they did.
the rumor,
Yep, they did.
and that was a fake rumor by somebody who had misinformation.
Exactly. And then look what that rumor started. They had to come up with a statement because of that fake
Right.
rumor. That's how much
So
fucking
you
like
said
shit they
you
got.
said Xbox gamers don't buy games. How
Yep,
you
they don't.
How can you substantiate that claim?
Look at Hades sales. Look at Resident Evil Village sales. Look
Hades
what
launched
Capcom
into
said.
Game Pass. Hades
Okay,
launched
so
into Game
yeah,
Pass, so
yeah,
that doesn't matter.
exactly. They don't
Bring up
buy
another game.
games because they would rather buy it on Game Pass. Resident Evil Village, 80%, 20%. PS5, Xbox Series.
There's more PS5s. They're selling 2 to 1.
Didn't that Dungeons game also like have an 80 to 20 split on PS5 and Xbox?
Dungeons?
Yeah,
Dun-
that Dungeons game that came out.
Dark Dungeons Alive, something like that.
Yeah, that game.
Oh,
Also-
that trash game?
Yeah, 80 to
Yeah,
20% split. Yep,
Yeah.
that one too.
So if you look at the total available Xbox consoles on the market right now, so we're counting Xbox One, Xbox One X, Series S, and Series X users, and you look at all those users and compare that to the amount of Game Pass users they are, it's disproportionate. Now they're attaching with Game Pass at a higher rate with the next gen consoles for sure, but they still need to build up that base of users. So to then extrapolate the Game Pass number and say that this applies to Xbox gamers as a general statement doesn't make sense because there's still a vast majority of people who still buy games on their system. Now, if you want to talk about the amount of people buying games on the platform, you can definitely have that discussion any day of the week. But to make that generality, in my opinion, doesn't make sense because there's still a lot of users out there that buy games on that system.
Thing is with that is I feel like the Game Pass majority users are still the hardcore Xbox gamers because the casuals like that are on Xbox they don't really
Yeah,
the Game Pass doesn't appeal to them.
but they're not the majority. They're not the majority of gamers on the platform. So
I disagree with that. I think the hardcore Xbox gamers are somewhat good. I would say at least 40-50% of the Game Pass users that are.
But 50% of the users on the system don't have Game Pass, period.
I said
So
Game Pass users. I never said the users on it.
Yeah, but I'm telling you that based on what you said Xbox gamers don't buy games because of Game Pass, but the majority of Xbox users don't have Game Pass.
But like I said, a good amount of the users on Xbox are just casuals flat that aren't even going to buy Game Pass to begin with. They're not the casual gamers aren't going to buy like the games that are outside sports games and shooters. So what they have left are the hardcore gamers to get those majority of sales from Resident Evil Village, from what dungeons, whatever how trash that game might be, from Outriders. I like the only exception is MLB because again MLB is a sports game, so casual gamers are gonna flock to like Game Pass doesn't interest those casual gamers. Like, I'm not sure why MLB did so well, but for everything else, I would say that Game Pass definitely plays a part for hardcore because hardcore gamers spend the most amount of money on a platform for a wide variety of games, and if that variety is going to be spread to Game Pass, then what incentives those hardcore gamers have to buy those games? There's no incentive.
It depends on the title. Not every title is going to launch day and day into Game Pass. So, like for example, I bought Mass Effect Legendary Edition and Near Replicant on Xbox. I wasn't waiting for those games to come to Game Pass. There's a lot of games on Xbox that people buy. But like I said before, if you want to compare the sales off of different platforms, that's a valid argument because then you have to look at the kind of games that people on the Xbox platform play and what's going to pique their interest.
I have a question for you. Do you think that Game Pass is viable for a large-scale budget AAA game?
And it depends on the game. I don't think every game should launch into Game Pass day and date. So you guys talked about Outriders before. If you look at the Outriders situation, it's very unique because that game had a really bad demo and there was a lot of people who were very critical of it. And there's ways that Square Enix, as well as the developers, they can evaluate the engagement of the game and also look at pre-order numbers. And based on that evaluation, they said, hey, you're going to throw the game into Game Pass day and date because the game wasn't going to sell. So they went for engagement over sales.
Yeah, as
Now a
multiplayer
game,
shooter.
now a game like Battlefield 2042, a lot of people were talking about how that game should go into Game Pass, and I said EA would never allow that game to go into Game Pass because the Battlefield name alone is going to sell. There's too much profit to be made to launch a game like that into Game Pass day and date. That doesn't make sense.
Yep, and that's what the Take-Two CEO said as well. He was like, it makes sense for games down the line or old catalog, but for day one, you can't replicate the amount of money that's being made from traditional.
Now, for Microsoft, they can easily do that. They don't mind putting the game inside Game Pass
Yeah,
with a
because they
$100 million budget and taking that loss because for what they're trying to do for their business strategy is completely different from like a Sony where they're saying, hey, we're gonna launch our game for $70 and we're not throwing that shit in the service. We don't care.
And
yeah, Sony, because Sony is treating it like they treat their movies, or like they treat like, let's say, like their old traditional business, where it's like a traditional traditional release, traditional pricing, like marketing campaign, whatever. Microsoft is like engagement first, and then that's my main issue with Game Pass is that whole engagement first mindset. Because if you look at the games that a lot of the studios have been making, like Bleeding Edge, Grounded, Redfall, whatever, these games are engagement first, and that is a big issue for me because you're gonna have a system where if Game Pass becomes like really really huge, and again, this isn't just me spewing bullshit. Like this has happened in books, this has happened in mobile game, this has happened in music, where if engagement will change the way things are being created, and that doesn't sit right with me, and that's what my big issue with Game Pass is. And
one thing I was gonna say is one thing that I thought was interesting that was brought up on a different podcast. No one's thinking about marketing budget. Marketing budget makes up a lot of dev cost. Like making games. I mean, I'm not going to go into the entire thing.
I think making games. Yeah, I was going to say I agree with you. I agree with you.
I agree, but I feel like COVID like significantly like reduced that because like you don't have the venues, you don't have the big statues or whatever like that.
I think Bless is onto something just because I've noticed that
it's like 50-50 in terms of like
when it comes to budget
and dev and advertisement. It's like 50-50.
I would say Microsoft, when it comes to like the tweets and stuff like that, you're not like paying anybody for like marketing when it comes to that when you're tweeting something. But I've noticed what they've market is more Game Pass. It's trailers for Game Pass and stuff like not even the like games or anything like that. Mm-hmm. It's just Game Pass and
that's a lot cheaper than marketing individual games by themselves. Mm-hmm. Even especially when they're coming out at the same time.
Problem with that is you kind of just like everything just gets eroded and like everything just gets like mixed into like one thing, and some people I feel like if the lack of focus on one particular game may mean that people there's like less, I guess, hype for like
one specific it depends because they'll have. The thing is to promote that experience. So you have to have a catalog to promote the service. If you have a service that doesn't have anything in it, then what's the point, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So what they're focused on is building up their catalog of games. So you're gonna have like your Halo Infinite, your State of Decay 3, Stalker 2, Hellblade 2, like those kind of games in their Fable to be the headliners of the catalog, and then have the third party in there and say, hey, you need to get this service because why would you spend all this money on these games when you can just get it all in the service? And I think that's the biggest thing right there is like, hey, this is the experience that we're providing you with Game Pass. Our games are going to be there day and date, and then we're going to have other third parties coming inside there as well, and indie games, and we're just going to go from there.
For indies, it's great for that. For indies, it's absolutely amazing for indies.
For indies like Hades.
I mean, Hades had hype like 2 years ago. Like, I don't count that, but like, I think the Ascent that did well on Game Pass. Like, I know a game I wanted to play, Cyber Shadow, was on the Game Pass demo, but I didn't get it because I don't want to deal with the Windows Store. But I know, like, and also,
the reason why I say Hades on Game Pass is good is because maybe there's some people out there who don't play roguelike games. Who don't play games like Hades.
Yeah. I didn't buy these roguelikes on full price. Like I waited for a discount because I had no experience with them beforehand. So I understand that, but it's like I don't know, man. That engagement first model, I just don't agree with that business model. I think it's a really bad precedent for gaming.
I do think more
know.
games should be supported because I feel like indie games are pushing the industry more forward than most AAA
Oh,
games.
absolutely. Like Crosscode was like
Even
my favorite.
double A games, even double A games or single A games are pushing the industry more forward.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Because I don't consider Yakuza or even one of my favorite games of all time, my favorite series as triple A, but the fact that I feel like they pushed the industry more forward with their mechanics and stuff. That's pretty amazing, and those games should be more supported, should get a lot more love than they get actually.
Yeah, I would say for go on to like the whole Game Pass model, which will work for Xbox, and I think what if PlayStation makes their own service, it should be comparable to what Disney Plus does with the theaters and what they're doing currently now with Shang-Chi is like, and other movies going forward is doing it's not going to be not trying to say comparable to like the 45-day theatrical release where a game will just do 45 days and then go on that service. I'm saying like, I don't know, something maybe 2 or 3 months down the line after they make money. PlayStation does something similar to that aspect.
I think like don't they like make you pay an extra fee to access the movie?
Yeah,
like
but that was
$30
the
for Disney Plus.
simultaneous. That's the simultaneous.
Okay. But I don't think it's gonna be I still think it's gonna be like at least a year and a half. I don't think it's gonna be like 2-3 months. That's
because
me,
like Disney's doing the, like I said, Shang-Chi's 45 days. They did the whole like agreed with the movie theater chains and say, hey, we'll have the movie for 45 days instead of like 2 to 3 months, like usually how it goes.
Yeah.
But that was a good I won't even say debate, just more of talking about it and the points of, saying
More of a good discussion.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess we could talk I say Left 4 Dead. Jeez, Back
Black
4
for
Blood.
Blood.
Let's talk about what it really is.
Bro,
really
it's
Left 4 Dead
3,
remade.
bro.
I know.
That's really
like,
It's
but I can't
made
call
by
it
the
that,
same
though.
people.
I mean,
It's made by
Copyright.
It's really Left 4 Dead.
IP.
It's really Left 4 Dead 3. Like unofficial successor of Left 4 Dead.
You're right. And it's like Gone Gold, it's still in beta. It's Gone Gold. Basically, this beta is the demo, and they're gonna do their tweaks, of course. For the day one when it comes out. Overall, I played with Bless, Jay, and Benji.
But you didn't play with your boy Buru. I got you.
Bro, Bless
Damn.
freaking told me about it. I was just like, fine, I'll play. Like, I didn't have no intention until Blessed asked me.
Okay, I got you. I got you, Red Hood. Or more should I
man.
talk good.
Oh man,
Yeah.
listen, bro. I had no intention.
Bro, you have to reach out sometime, bro. You could have asked one of us if you wanted to play.
Sir, I've been on hiatus the past few weeks, but if you guys send me a game
Hiatus.
invite, like if you guys sent me a game invite, I would have declined, but I would have at least said I
What
declined.
the fuck?
See, there you go. That's why
It's like
you
I
need
wasn't going
commitment.
to the party anyway, but I'm glad that you invited me either way. Like,
Yeah.
huh? Bro. Jesus.
Yeah, but overall, like it's gonna be fun. I think from what we've had, the card system is cool. Gives a little like curveball to how you play, and friendly fire is not as bad as I thought. I think it's just the crows is where like the big issue is when one of your friends like shoots the crows on accident or moves towards the crows, and like the guns are satisfying. What else? Performance on PC is good. On DirectX
that
DX12 on DX12.
Yep.
DX12 is the wave.
And what else?
And it's launching the Game Pass.
Yeah, it is launched on Game Pass. And what else? It's
Again,
good. Like now, will I say that I'm going to keep playing it? Oh, after I'm done with it, probably not for me personally, because of other games like Battlefield and Halo Infinite and SMT5.
Battlefield.
Yeah, those games are going to take precedence.
SMT5, I understand.
Yeah,
Battlefield.
bro, I like my JRPGs.
That's the thing.
as
It's a
well.
stack. It's
Battle-
a stacked holiday season. Back for Blood launches October 12th, and there's
Ooh,
just so
yeah, that's a
many.
terrible time. Ooh,
Yeah, there's just so many
that's
other
a
games
terrible.
between now and then. I mean,
If it was Left 4
tomorrow.
Dead 3, then that
Yo,
would be
you get
fine.
hey, you guys
If it
remember
was a
fucking
different name.
Evolve? Hey,
Yeah.
and
Probably.
you guys remember fucking
I'll be
Evolve?
right.
How good that game did?
Evolve.
Yeah, remember Evolve?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that
that
came
game
out like
died.
at the beginning of the generation. Like,
Yeah, that
Yeah.
game died. Yeah, it
I
died
know,
fast.
but remember how good that game did. Remember how
No,
good that
it
game
didn't.
did.
I
It didn't
remember
do-
it
it
was
didn't
hyped
do
and
well.
it
Yeah,
died
it
fast.
died.
Like, that's sarcasm.
The game
That's
was fun though.
sarcasm.
The game was fun though. I mean, if Back for Blood lasts
Okay.
for a good month, that would be a good month of me playing.
But
So
I would.
I'm gonna go to Halo Infinite and Battlefield. Like I'm not gonna kid you. Like why? Those gonna be my multiplayer games. I'm not gonna keep playing
Yeah,
co-op.
it's sandwiched
Exactly.
between what was it? What's that? Oh yeah, Deathloop is coming out. Kenna Bridge of Spirits is
I'm
coming
buying
out
those
in
too.
September.
Like yeah,
Um,
I mean,
yeah,
Lost
that's just a
Judgment.
lot of games.
yeah, Halo
Lost
Infinite,
Judgment.
COD, Battlefield, like Final Fantasy, Endwalker, like.
Listen, bro.
Even-
Oh, Endwalker, I'm definitely gonna be playing. But
And then
fuck COD.
then the Nintendo games like Metroid, Pokemon, shit, like there's a lot.
Oh, I
of shit.
forgot
There's a
Metroid
lot of
Dread.
shit this holiday season. That's what I'm saying. If I don't think I'm gonna be on that Back for
Me
Blood
neither.
too
Me
much.
neither.
Because there's too many of the games out.
And
That's
that's
probably-
Also,
that's an
Dying Light 2
issue.
is coming out December.
Oh, Dying Light
Yeah, it
2. I
is.
forgot.
that's 100% COD.
I hope that game
100.
doesn't get delayed, but it might.
I think that's a good. Is it a good time? It could because there's
Nothing comes out in December, bro.
Yeah, it's right before the holidays.
Yeah, actually no. Dying Light 2. What you mean?
Yeah, and I'm saying like nothing else like
No,
outside.
yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Oh yeah. Dying Light 2, and that's pretty much it. Unless
Yeah.
they put
And
some
then
other releases there.
And then January, Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Eh,
Ew.
eh.
Oh,
Yeah, it'd be
man.
better if back.
Yeah.
Actually, no, because I mean, it would compete with Dying Light. I don't know, but yeah, I played the beta. This shit was fun. Like I put like how many hours I put? In that? I put more than I thought I did.
Damn, bro.
Yo,
This man's mad.
Elden Ring.
can we agree though that one of the factors working against Back for Blood and what made Left 4 Dead such a big hit was like the support for like the mods and stuff like that for
absolutely.
that game.
Absolutely.
Whereas
Yeah,
this
the
game
mod
is
community was there.
fully online and stuff like that. You
Always
can't
online.
create
Yeah,
your
they-
own stories or anything like that.
Now they can change that, which they should. They said they were in talks. They were looking at making it offline, which they need to do if they want this game to ever survive.
Mhm.
And I mean, community support didn't come for Left 4 Dead until after release, so
Yeah.
it's a possibility that it can get what it needs to survive.
Right. Like Turtle Rock Studios, they really fucking need to put their game offline.
Yeah.
Or just
Like,
local
they-
language support to it because
they
that
need-
game is not.
They
Like
need to
how,
not
how's
be
the
dumb.
Evolve?
Yeah. Evolve's not-
How's the
They went free to play way too late on Evolve. And
Yeah.
tried
And
to
that shit,
try to
like,
bring
fucking
it back.
Yeah, they were too late with it.
like there was no coming back. Like Evolve. But you know, sometimes I forget that game existed. I even
Me
forget
too.
Turtle Rock Studios existed. I'm like, oh yeah, the Left 4 Dead developers, they became their own studio. They released that game early in the generation that flopped and didn't survive on its own. And then here we go, they got Back for Blood, which is supposed to be the patch-gen, cross-gen title.
The name of that game is funny because Evolve died, so it's Back for Blood now.
Yep.
But that's really the meaning behind that shit. Let's be honest now.
That's
They Back for
funny.
Blood. They salty that shit flopped.
That's
But
funny.
Bro, they have no
It
one
is
to
what
blame
it
but
is.
themselves. They have no one to blame but themselves at the end of the day.
yeah,
Because-
because Evolve didn't have an offline mode either. You can't play that game now. The servers are gone. You can't play that game.
The gameplay loop of Evolve is just boring as hell too.
It
like,
needed
I kept
it needed balancing. I found it fun. It just needed balancing. Like they did not know how to make the monster not OP
Yeah.
Yeah,
and like
exactly. That's
be
the one thing I
ridiculous
keep hearing.
in terms of running away.
That's one complaint I keep hearing about is the monster. Like once a monster got to a certain level, it was just game over. There was no point in even fucking playing.
Even
And-
sometimes you could rush, like the monster could rush down like immediately and kill all four because they're scavenging. They're like trying to get their bearings and shit. Like even then, sometimes the monster will win if they rush immediately.
Yeah.
But yeah, Back 4 Blood is lit though. I like the card mechanics. People were saying like, oh, it's hard to understand. Like I don't understand
It's
how
pretty
it's hard. It's simple
self-explanatory.
as fuck.
You just
Yeah.
read it.
Yeah,
What?
just
Like,
just reading.
it's
Hey
essentially
man, you know
abilities that
people.
you
You
get,
know
that's it.
people don't read.
Yeah, you're right.
People
Foreign
read.
concept. It's foreign
So
concept.
reading.
there.
But yeah, the card concept is nice. Uh, I, I I would like more variants in cards. The melee system kind of is pointless because if you get the card with the melee, like why would you ever use a melee weapon? It's kind of pointless.
Yeah. One of the things they needed to
So,
do
I
is
don't know.
refine the movement a bit as well, because let's say they spawn like a couple of like tanky like special zombies on you, and you're like, oh shit, we got to turn around. Like the animation to sprint and turn around at the same time is so bad. Like you have to turn around first and then sprint. So like I feel like something like that needs to get refined, with like they speed up the animation a bit or just blend them better.
I wish one thing. Well, one thing I wish is you could run backwards. I wish
Can't do that?
that's a feature. No, you can't.
Bruh.
Because like you have an ability.
Right.
There's a card for you to run and gun at the same time. But like there's no point in doing that if you can't run backwards. What the
That's the
fuck?
thing, yeah.
There's
Like
no
the
point.
Wait, what
movement,
the
the
fuck?
movement in the game is
Yeah.
just funky.
It's like
It's very
That
it's-
funky.
sucks.
There's no you'll never use that's a useless card because why would you ever get that card? Why are you running into the zombies? You'll just die. So it's like, yeah, they need to implement running backwards and yeah, I guess fix the animations.
One thing
I
do
didn't really
like,
have a problem with the animations, but
so like remember how like Left 4 Dead, like you would get swarmed with mobs. In this game, it's like a good balance between mobs and like special zombies, where like you have to like strategize with your team a bit better inside this game, because you can
Mhm.
get thrown off with a lot of shit, especially with the design. I think the map design is really good inside this game. That's one of the things about like these developers, is that from Left 4 Dead 1 all the way up until now, they know how to make good maps and how to make them flow properly. And
Yeah.
then there's always like no playthrough is gonna feel the same, because they're always gonna spawn zombies in different places, or place crows in different areas. And every time you use something like the what was that one ability that you got? Oh, the toolkit. Yeah, like you would use the toolkit, and
Okay.
no area is going to be the same, because all of it's just procedurally generated.
Yeah. How far did you guys get? I got through an entire playthrough, but I did it on easy though. I didn't do the entire thing on normal or hard.
Oh, I
Nah,
got to the part after the church, I believe.
Oh, okay, so that was like you were like 2 missions left.
Yeah.
I'll play to
Yeah.
when you guys played. That was it
Those-
for me.
Yeah. Though yeah, the level design is really good. Like the mission after the church is fire. And then the mission after that. Yeah, I think I don't know how long. I want to know how long the game is going to be, because this what we played, what, one act?
You could probably do it in like a week, honestly. Like doing all the maps that they have on launch. I don't know how many maps they're gonna have on launch. I'm pretty sure you just like go through each one. It also depends on the difficulty as well, because we played at veteran, and then once we got towards the later chapters within that one level,
That
like
shit was
ammo
hard.
became scarce.
Like real talk, I saw I saw what do you call his name? What's his name? Shroud? I saw Shroud play it. I saw he did a YouTube video on it. Bro, that shit is damn near impossible on hard. I like yeah, somebody in the comment section like made a joke. They were like uh um they were apparently like one of the devs were watching Shroud play, like stream it, and he was like, "Oh shit, wow." He was streaming on hard. He was like, "Oh shit, wow, you guys are getting through this too easily. I'm gonna make this a bit harder." Like, it should, like, hard is ridiculous. Even getting through the first mission, like everyone's gonna be half health. Like it is rough. So if you guys want to be try hard, that is a super hard game to be try hard on. Left 4 Dead is not that hard. Like Back 4 Blood on hard is ridiculous. So there is that incentive to play on the hardest difficulty and try to get through it.
Is because I never played like a Left 4 Dead or like a Back 4 Blood.
Right.
Is it it's like each map is like a campaign kind of thing where it's like a beginning, middle, and end kind of thing?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Yeah, no idea. And then, like, I guess like you find tools and like different like parts to help you progress and stuff like that.
Yeah, you should
Yeah,
definitely play
depending.
Left 4 Dead 2.
Okay.
Yeah, depending on the mission. I have Left 4 Dead 2 downloaded. I actually played a little bit of it today to compare it.
Okay.
I think
Yo,
they
we
both
should,
have their
wait, we should
what?
Issue what?
we should play it too together. Like all of
Well,
us.
Left 4
Oh yeah, I'm down. But yeah, Left 4 Dead 2. It definitely versus Back 4 Blood. It definitely has its pros and cons, but I think Back 4 Blood can coexist because we already know Left 4 2 is still not dead on PC.
Oh
at
yeah,
least.
because
that shit is still going hard.
There's so much content. Like they keep putting out content for that game.
Yeah,
The mods and stuff is pretty amazing.
yeah, that's about it though. Oh yeah, and the shooting range is good. I like that there's a shooting range in Back 4 Blood.
That's good.
Yeah, there's just more weapons inside the game as well. More weapons. The cards are interesting. The map is good, so I think Back 4 Blood will be a good experience overall. It's something I can definitely see myself putting at least like 20 hours into it and then calling it a wrap after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they need to have mods because like I know Black Ops 3 Zombies that shit is still popping because of the mods like alone. So like if they allow for mods in that game will never die.
They need to allow for mods on console. That's the fucking problem. It's just crossplay.
Yeah.
If they allow for mods on console, like like I don't know.
Or at least let the
They would-
PC people host it and then you can invite console people to play with the mods.
That's true. They should
Yeah.
allow that.
Something like that.
Because I think Black Ops 3 Zombies like charted again because a new modded map came out that was like really anticipated. Like it's again that's the power of like mods that can do for some really old games. It's really remarkable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
So shoot, I wanted to bring up a good like little game that's coming out. I believe August 19th, 12 minutes. Basically, a little groundhog game, and I think we talked about it a little bit a couple episodes ago, and like shocked that this indie game has like actors like James McAvoy, Daisy Ridley, and William Dafoe into it, and I'm just like, shit, man. I don't know what type of money they gave these freaking actors in this game because it's a freaking indie game. So I'm just like, shit. Like, how do you go
Bro,
along like saying that to those actors? Like, hey, man, listen, I know you guys are big, but want to be in our game? I'll give you like,
Bro, they 100% gave their fucking firstborn son and daughter up, like to these fucking actors, bro. I don't know.
like it's gonna be dope. Like I said, it's gonna be 12 minutes, and like you're supposed to like figure stuff out and break out of like that loop, that Groundhog Day, and you get different scenarios though before breaking the loop, trying to figure stuff out. So check that out. It's on game. I think it's on Game Pass for consoles, Steam, and
Is it coming to PlayStation or no? I don't know.
No.
Another Xbox exclusive indie.
Damn, yo, PlayStation really is lacking with those indies exclusives, man. They're really, really lacking.
Remember when PlayStation used to be all about indie exclusives?
Yeah.
What?
Good times. Good
Talk
times.
about the indie games like Indie Station 4.
Oh yeah.
Xbox is new indie station, dog.
I mean, PC is still the best indie
Xbox.
platform, like no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't even matter. Okay, I don't know. That's why I understand why Jack doesn't use PC for indies primarily.
Bro.
I don't get it. I don't get
You
it.
don't want to,
dude.
man.
I don't get it.
Dude, someone will
man
give him
just
like a
got-
free PC and he won't accept it.
That man just got Hades, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. He did.
Is he playing it? I don't even know.
I think I don't know. I don't think
This
he's
man
showed
has
it.
been waiting for this shit all
Wasn't he
this
going
time.
off on the PC community like a couple weeks ago or something?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
because
for Destiny
he always
Destiny
has
One.
this. he always has his tantrums on PC.
Hey
I
man,
don't know what the hell
when
happened
they
with
come
that
at you,
shit.
you gotta go back at them. You know.
No, it was because of the whole like controller thing. I forgot what he was saying about
No.
controllers.
No. He be talking shit about PC gamers, and then when they don't want to help him, he get mad. Like, nigga, what do you expect? You talk shit. You're like, oh, these PC virgins, these I don't know, these PC dick suckers. And then now it's like, yo, my controller don't work. Everybody's like making fun of your dumbass. It's like, bro, it's your fault. You wanted help,
Hey man, that
So-
dude who should not
but
be
you're
named is a
making
clown.
fun of the people.
That dude
Huh?
who shall not be named is a clown. You know who I'm talking about. He should not be talking at all about what fucking
Oh.
Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Drunk.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about. But yeah, like, I mean, I can't blame the people. Even I made a joke on that shit, bro. You be making fun of PC gamers like not even every other week, every other day on Twitter. So it's like you just gotta hold that.
Yeah.
We get more RE lives though, so that's a good thing.
Actually,
But I'm gonna definitely. I have 12 minutes wish listed. That shit's coming out like when
you
is it
wish
coming out?
listed, dog. I see you own the game.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, he bought it by accident.
Yeah,
Wait,
it
what?
says Flash Red now owns 12 minutes, August 13th.
Really? When
Yeah.
did
That's
I-
crazy.
Wait, it's not. Wait, it's not in my Steam library though. What?
Oh shit.
Oh, I know. I guess because it hasn't. Hold on. Let me go.
Maybe check like the uncategorized or something. That sometimes it just pops in there.
It's in my library. Wait. Oh, it is in my library.
Oh, maybe I did.
Wait,
buy
I
it.
don't even remember buying. I ain't gonna lie. I bought like 6 games in the last week, so I don't even remember buying this shit. What the fuck?
Yo, that
Oh.
Patrick meme is like literally plus right now.
I was like, what?
It was me
What
this
the-
entire time.
What the fuck? I guess so. Yeah, I guess.
Who could have
But-
spent
but-
this money?
But but I haven't bought Psychonauts 2 though. I'm gonna buy Psychonauts
Yo.
2.
What is
When-
Psychonauts
when-
more like
Yo.
$1 right now on Steam?
Yeah, I think so. It's $1.
$1.
What? Psychonauts
Yeah.
2 is like $1?
The first one's like $1 on Steam right now.
Yeah, I bought Psychonauts 1, but I'm not gonna. I don't know. I'm not gonna play it though, because that port. It's just back in the dark ages of PC ports. That shit's kind of weird.
Oh yeah, there's a couple games like that where the PC port is like from like 2006 and it's really bad.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII is like that. It's so hard. Like I modded it, but it's the 99 port.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I thought Final Fantasy 7 port was I8. Thought they made it I8 because they made it a CC port.
Yeah, you still can't make it 60 on PC, which is stupid.
They actually did a good port for the original Final Fantasy 7 on console.
Yeah, they made it. I think they made that 60 or something. Like it was smoother on console.
Yeah, and
Damn.
they updated the controls a bit.
Damn shame.
Very
Cool.
odd.
I just beat Remake today. I
Oh,
just
damn.
beat that
Remake.
today. It's fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
So, Cyberpunk is getting another patch, and they're getting a first
Another
DLC
one?
that's cosmetic. Yeah.
One
Yeah, I
thing
saw-
they're never getting a patch. They always
I
get
saw-
patches.
Yeah, I read some of the patch notes. It's another fat ass patch. Yo, these patches remind me of like Rainbow Six Siege patches. Because Rainbow Six Siege is like still, even though I beat Cyberpunk, Rainbow Six Siege is still the buggiest game I've ever played.
Bro,
So,
I'm still looking.
it,
at,
it,
like,
it doesn't take that.
you go through these patches. These patches are huge. Like it's just like.
Oh, yeah.
it's-
You ever read a Battlefield patch? Like Battlefield 4? I used to read those patches. Them patches were big as hell. It's on the same type of vibes.
I'm assuming this patch is like 5 gigs.
Probably, yeah.
Oh no.
Dude, I think the last one was, or no? It was 3.
It was like a quick one though for Cyberpunk. I think that
No. I think you're
No,
talking
there was
about a
one that
hot
was
fix.
huge.
A
Yeah,
hot
there's
fix
one that
is
was
different.
really big.
This is a
Yeah,
whole patch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
A
other one
hot
was like
fix is
1.21.
yeah. Hot fix is like small, and then like their patches are huge.
Mhm.
That's the issue.
Even though, or I guess probably after this, maybe the last gen console will be playable. But If you own a current gen console, I would still suggest waiting. I'm gonna wait for my second playthrough. Still, I was gonna play through it,
The
but
game's like
I'm gonna wait
$10.
till like next year.
It's like
Oh yeah,
$10 on current gen. You just buy the shit now.
Yeah, it's
Wait
on
for the next
Best
gen
Buy.
patch.
$10.
yeah,
Yeah.
just buy it now.
Buy it
If
now.
you're
Wait for
interested
the
in
next gen
playing.
patch. That's it. I have it on PC. I'm just like, there's other games I got to beat before I dedicate time towards Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But they going, but oh yeah, they they were supposed to be an update on like the next gen patch because that was supposed to come at like
Oh,
summer. Like they were like it's somewhere in the middle of 2021, and we're
We're
almost
there.
out of the somewhere of the middle. So it's like I don't know what's
yo,
going on.
remember that?
And
Oh shit!
so what's another interesting topic is supposedly there were some, I don't know, like data miners or something like that, that for like The Last of Us Part 2 that they saw for the files, and they had like battle royale references and tiered armor systems and stuff like that. They also found a color asset which suggests that dogs could have featured in the game's multiplayer. So it's interesting that these people are like finding it and like showing the assets and stuff like that from it. So it does look
Yeah.
like this multiplayer is like they're trying to do a lot of shit to it, and that
Sorry,
shit's
what,
gonna take a long ass time to come out.
It could work
what
as a
you,
VR. It
you
could-
talking about Cyberpunks?
No,
No,
Last of Us multiplayer.
Well,
Oh my bad. Okay.
Yeah, so it looks like battle royale, freaking dogs and all their shit, and armor
You're just gonna
tier
do
systems.
factions. That's it.
Yeah, that was
They'll
Hey,
probably
they
have
got the
that.
multiplayer leak last year. I remember seeing like actual
Yeah.
legit footage of that shit. They just
Yeah.
never dropped it.
There was like a Reddit post about the same shit. Like there's gonna be factions. It's gonna have like two modes. There's gonna be the regular factions, and there's gonna be a battle royale, and the battle royale is gonna be on last gen, next gen, and PC.
Hmm.
Like they talked about that, or at least that was leaked a while ago.
Yeah, and then
So that's good.
they also said there are the different levels of armor battle royale. This is, and then this person showed this is a level 3 with a stealth backpack. So they're having, I guess, different like specialists and stuff like that for it too. So I don't know. It's good. It's going to be interesting how they price it and how it's gonna do crossplay and all that. If there will be crossplay, should have crossplay if it hits a PC day and date.
Yeah,
PC. Ew.
it's
Sure.
Oh,
it
please let that
honestly.
game come to PC so all these PlayStation fanboys can have a fucking meltdown.
Yeah, that would be funny.
It will.
And
come to PC. Multiplayer on PC, like it has to be free to play, man. And
But
it'll thrive.
Last of Us, like it's like a perfect battle royale game, to be honest. Though
Yeah. I
how
agree.
that game's designed, like factions, they could have made the original factions have a battle royale component, but that was before battle royale existed, really. But that fits perfectly for that game mode.
Got to get Nixus on that, man.
Yeah,
I definitely gotta get them on there. The
they
game
gotta
that
hurry
should come
up.
to PC that would actually sell well on PC is Returnal. Honestly,
Absolutely.
that game would play so much better on keyboard and mouse than controller.
Oh,
Wait,
That would be
I
good.
could just imagine it right now. I can imagine it. It'd be amazing.
Bro, the PC nerd.
I do like the DualSense features with it, like with the adaptive triggers and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. What they do with like the All Fire, but I don't know, man. Like just some keyboard and mouse, the shit you'd be able to pull off in terms of aiming or movement with the game. Which is, I don't know, it'll play way better. At
Yeah,
least for
people.
me.
All these people talking about, oh my god, this controller is amazing, bro. Just all that amazingness, just keyboard mouse up, you'll still get washed. It don't matter. Keyboard and mouse is just the best, bro.
Absolutely.
I don't care how the vibration tickles the inner parts of my hand. I mean, I don't know.
What's your answer?
The triggers are my favorite, like uses of the DualSense.
Yeah.
To me.
What's a interesting thing to note? Very small tidbit is for Phil, of course, talking about the Steam Deck and saying was at Valve Software this week talking with Scott, Eric, Gabe about Steam Deck after having mine most of the week. I can say it's a really nice device. Games with me on the go, screen size, controls, all great. Playing Halo and Age feels good. xCloud works well. Congrats, as a Steam Deck team. Overall, he's giving it praise and all that, and talking about playing Halo and all that, and xCloud. And personally, not gonna ever touch xCloud. With the Steam Deck, I'm gonna be playing Halo Master Chief Collection natively on that Steam Deck. So
I mean, xCloud playing Halo Infinite. Shut up. But xCloud playing Halo Infinite would make sense because that shit. I mean, I'd rather run it on a Series X cloud version, honestly. That's gonna look much better and be solid 60 FPS.
That trash deck.
Shut the fuck up.
Man, you hate the Steam Deck.
Yeah, he's one of them. He bought a PS Vita in spite of the Steam Deck, bro.
Wait,
PS Vita's
what?
goated.
What?
That's funny.
You heard me. He bought a
Doesn't have
PS
two triggers,
Vita.
bro. Doesn't even have two
PS Vita
triggers.
is goated, bro. It is fucking goated.
This man is a fraud.
Steam Deck is not a good piece of hardware. The games aren't going
What?
to run well.
Damn.
Like, I'm
Everyone
not,
in here is saying what?
I'm
Because
not.
this
I'm
man
not
is just.
I'm not putting my
Wow.
game to sub 700p resolution at low settings just to get 60 frames. The image quality is going to be so trash. I'm not. No. Sorry.
Y'all hear this shit? bro?
Okay, so I would say for the
Crazy.
resolution, right? What games are you thinking will be like sub 720p?
Oh, we already seen it. IGN showing a
Mhm.
video of a guy that he had his Steam Deck docked to a TV playing Trash Stranding, and that shit looked abysmal. I'm sitting here like, what the hell is this bullshit?
But why would you
Man,
dock it to your
look-
TV? Though?
You could
It
be.
looked
I mean, it
garbage.
could be playing on a 4K TV,
Well, he was
and we don't know what settings he was using.
he was playing. Well, it wasn't even a TV. It was a monitor. He was at his desk. It was on the monitor. IGN was like, "Oh, Steam Deck this, Steam Deck that," and then they positioned the angle to not be so close up, but you can still see how bad Death Stranding looked on that. And I was like, "Oh my god, this is some sub 700, 720p low resolution bullshit."
And you just saying that, but you have no idea what that game was running on.
It was running on the Steam Deck.
No, you don't know what settings that game was running on.
Oh, that
Bro,
was
just leave it.
definitely low. That was definitely some low quality.
Just leave it to Digital Foundry, bro. You don't need to be a fake Digital Foundry, bro.
As long as it does well on handheld, could care less about dock performance.
No, exactly.
Watch.
That as well.
Just look when they
As long
start,
as
playing these
handheld
AAA
looks
games.
right.
Yeah.
When they start playing those AAA games at 720p low settings, the image quality's gonna be so bad.
Better. It still looks better than the Switch version.
That is true.
That is also
Still
true.
looks better than the regular.
Like for
Switch
me,
version.
I'm coming from.
Doom Eternal was running at what, medium settings, which
think
is
Linus said it
significantly
too,
better
right?
than the Switch.
Why is
At
everyone
60 FPS.
bringing up Doom Eternal? Doom Eternal was not hard to run.
Yeah, but it runs like
Well,
shit
on the
on the
Switch,
Switch, though.
Yeah, because that's the Switch. Everyone knows the
Exactly,
Switch is
that's-
a powerful piece of hardware, but Doom.
And you praising the Vita, so where are we right now?
I'm not praising the Vita. I'm just saying the Vita's goated. That's it. I'm not saying anything like, oh, Vita's
Greatest
better
of
than
all
Steam Deck.
time, but not praising it.
Well, it's not the greatest, but it's really good.
You just said,
Really good
you know what the
handheld.
GOAT stands for, bro?
No, it's a good system.
You know what the GOAT stands for.
It's a good system.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it the
No,
greatest
I'm not gonna
handheld, but
lie.
listen, Steam Deck is gonna.
I'm not gonna lie. The Vita,
Yeah.
the Vita is a great handheld for its time, but I want a more powerful piece of hardware. I'm gonna see it, and the Steam Deck offers that.
I will say, the Vita is a better piece of hardware than a Switch when it comes to features.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I will say that.
But those touch features are garbage.
Linus Tech Tips showed that fucking Witcher 3 on that Steam Deck, and I was like, damn.
Oh yeah, he did a good video on it too.
Yeah, he was showing everything, and I was like, bro, playing Batman, the Arkham Collection on the go, stuff like that. It's just like,
Native res, high settings.
For me, it's a
Dead
it's
Space.
a good indie and a good emulated machine. That's what the Steam. I'm not getting a Steam Deck, but if I were to get one, I would use it for like older games.
Yep.
Which is what I use my phone for when I went out to when I used
Bruh.
it for playing.
Bruh, imagine, bro, I'm playing Burnout 3 Takedown. Like, imagine playing that on the go, bro. While I'm taking a shit. Amazing.
What was that? What was that on RPCS3?
PS2.
No, it's a
Oh, the
PS2 game.
PS2?
It's-
Okay, I'm about to say, you ain't
Yo,
running
imagine
you
playing
ain't
Death.
running no PS3 emulator on that shit.
No,
Imagine
no,
playing like
that.
Death Space.
Hold on, that's
Mhm.
another thing though. Like people downplay what games you're able to play on what emulator. Like obviously the emulate like some games are way better than other games on RPCS3. But like I follow a channel on YouTube that has the 1X player and he has videos of playing a ton of games on the 1X player and the games that he's played run well.
Wait, you
And
said
that
the
is literally
1X
what the Steam Deck is, but with Intel
Steam Deck-
hardware.
The Steam Deck is what?
What? It's based off of Zen 2 and RDNA 2.
Oh, what are you comparing the Steam Deck to?
The 1X player.
What's the 1X player? I don't know what that is.
It's another PC handheld. Like there's other PC handhelds exist. Steam Deck ain't the first.
I don't know what specs it has in there though. That's the only thing.
It has an Intel iGPU with Xe graphics. Or Intel CPU with Xe graphics.
Oh.
So yeah.
I know
So the
Linus
ones that-
compared to PC.
The Aya Neo.
Yeah.
And I mean that's a great competitor to Aya Neo. And the thing about the Aya Neo, you can't even buy that shit. The Kickstarter campaign is like it's fully maxed out, and like, or not the Kickstarter, the Indiegogo campaign, and like the Steam Deck is cheaper, and will be better in terms of graphical performance because it has RDNA 2, not 1. So
Yeah, but it's 8 compute units.
yes, but what do you think the Aya Neo has? And what do you call it? Linus uses that as a daily driver. He emulates games on it all the time.
Z graphics for portable is better than RDNA 2 portable. All right, so let's do some math here. Xbox Series S, what is it? 20 compute units versus 8 compute units, which is it's not even the same size compute units. It's scaled down to be smaller. Plus a quad core Zen 2, and people complain about the image quality and the resolution of an Xbox Series S. Now imagine Steam Deck performance on these games. It's gonna
It's already-
worse. It's gonna look visibly worse.
They've already compared it to equivalent to a PS4 GPU. A PS4 GPU in a handheld is pretty fucking powerful, bro.
Yeah.
Like
pretty
they've
impressive.
already stated that.
But at least the PS4 was giving you sub 1080p gaming. This isn't.
What do you mean? What do you think it's gonna provide?
Like I said before,
The screen's
sub
display
720p.
is sub 720p. You think it's gonna go below that? You think it's gonna be Switch resolutions? You're bugging.
No, I
Like,
don't
what are
think
you
it's gonna be
talking
Switch
about?
resolution. I think the image quality isn't gonna be good.
All right, bro.
But it's gonna be fucking good for a handheld though.
It's gonna be great for a handheld. Like literally, there's hardware out there right now that is well, it's not equivalent because it's actually better. The
so
the
tell
the
me-
Aya Neo runs
you can-
RDNA 1, and
you
I
can-
can already see the performance. Linus already did a video like
You can talk
RDNA
about
2.
hardware all you want.
Wait. RDNA 2 on the Steam Deck is like he said it's around a 50% increase in performance versus the Aya Neo, and
What
it costs
game-
less money.
What game is targeting Steam Deck though?
What does it matter? I'll play on it what I want to.
You're gonna
No,
play what
it's
you
gonna be
want to, but
amazing.
you're gonna have to.
I'm
make
gonna play
compromises.
emulated games. I'm
Yeah.
playing indie games. I'm playing AAA games. The ones that I want to play.
I don't mind that the indie games are definitely gonna run. That's no issue. If you're trying to play a AAA game, you're gonna have to make compromises to image.
No
quality.
shit.
Everything.
But that's fine
No
because like
shit.
it's
Fine,
a,
bro.
it's
On
a
the go.
handheld. Like if you
It's
want
a
to
handheld.
if you
What
want
do you,
no compromise and you get it and you play it on
You-
your PC like a desktop.
yeah, buy a desktop PC
I already do.
or buy
That's
a
not how-
laptop
that's not how-
PC.
that's
But
not
I
how
don't
how
want
Steam
to.
Deck-
I don't want a laptop PC. I don't want a laptop form factor. I don't want that. I haven't bought one. That's why I don't have it. I don't want it.
I'm not telling
Fuck.
you. I'm not telling you to buy a laptop. So that,
But you're
that's
like,
a different thing.
you're like telling, you're,
I'm telling you that I don't see a purpose in me getting it because I don't think the experience is going to be what I want.
That's you though.
that's fine for
That's
you,
you.
my guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's no, that like yeah, that's, what he
That's
says,
fine
like,
for you.
no,
People,
like,
and
that's what
people
he
are
says
going to
all
be
the
in,
time.
It's a good point.
people are going to be in for
Yeah,
a rude awakening when they get that and be like, damn, I can't run this, I can't run that. Oh, this is a shitty experience on here. I'm
The
telling you.
difference,
Yeah,
the
but-
difference is
Yeah,
the difference is I'm knowledgeable about the hardware already. I've watched reviews of multiple PC handhelds. The Win or the Win or was it the Win GPD 3? No, GPD Win 3. I watched reviews on that. I watched reviews on the One X player. There's emulation videos that are on the One X player. I've watched reviews on the Aeneas. Like I know what hardware and what it's capable of. Like I'm not gonna be surprised. Like, oh my god, why is this game running at this? Like, I understand what I'm getting.
Like
So
thinking
it's
back
like,
off what Bless Red said, like I
I
can
don't know
run
what to tell you.
other. Like I may not be able to run the toppest line AAA game, but I can run some other games on there. And I'm like,
Like
wow,
Left 4
fucking
Dead
amazing
2
on the
60
go.
FPS on the go.
You're on the fucking go.
Well, Valve has said, right, that the games can run. It's just, not to whatever preference. You're gonna have sacrifices, just like any PC build that you make. It's what you're trying to spend and stuff like that. And if
I'm not
the
gonna be able
Steam
to run
Deck,
it at like 4K.
yeah.
4K.
People live with 1060s on the Steam hardware server. They live with it. They're fine with it. Like, I mean,
And
as long as you know what you're getting, like, I don't see the problem.
And if it does
Like-
well enough, this product, they're gonna have more Steam Decks and stuff, and they'll have different models and
more iterations of it.
more iterations, higher end versions, and all that. So then
I will
it'll
be
become
looking forward to the future version of Steam Deck when it's more performant.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
You
I'll
guys,
get
can
a
be
Steam-
you guys can be the beta testers.
I'm getting a Steam Deck.
I
2
mean, that's fine. You have to wait multiple years for a product that doesn't exist. That's fine.
It's not even guaranteed.
like I said, it's like it's
I'll
all
buy the
preference
product.
at the end.
I'll buy the product today. So they're like, oh, okay, so we should make another.
Yeah, and
Like,
there's
remember
big
the fucking Steam
interest.
controller?
Oh yeah, the Steam controller. That's We don't fucking talk.
I was
about
never
that.
gonna buy a Steam controller.
I do have one because it was dirt cheap, so I was like, shit, I'm gonna have one that's open
Oh,
and one that's unopened. So
I wish friends would tell me his open controller.
there, I'm not trying to open that shit. Try to sell that shit later on, like a relic.
But
Bro.
anyway,
If that shit's like $1 million. No, listen, it's not gonna be $1 million, but like $5,000 or something like that. Shit, I'll sell that.
Bugging.
Like fucking, it fucking does. Well,
But-
like this Steam Deck, it does. It's great for the industry because that means handheld gaming is still alive.
And not just fucking Nintendo having handheld gaming now. We have
It's
another one.
not just like we have to consider it. That might incentivize Sony to be like, oh well, we should make another
Nah.
PlayStation Vita.
No, that's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen, but hey, you know what?
They'll
be
probably
nice.
just use like cloud, like PS, like remote play. That's a lot cheaper for them to do. And when internet improves, then it'll only get better.
It's still be nice. It'd still be nice to like have another handheld market, so Nintendo doesn't get all companies. So
I mean, they've always dominated that. No, they've always dominated that. Like, it's never
Yeah,
been.
exactly.
The,
But they need
the
to-
PSP was a fluke. That shit was a fluke.
So we got 2 more topics. Wanted to talk about the PSVR 2 specs that were like leaked, and it's supposed to have an OLED HDR display, and it's supposed to have a 2000 by 2040 per eye resolution. And then it's supposed to have a 10-degree wider field of view for FOV, and it's supposed to include eye tracking and foveated rendering and all that. And it's supposed to also have haptics in the headset, so it's supposed to like give you more realism and somehow not have people get motion sickness, trying to like make it that realistic, I guess. And so overall, the specs from what I'm seeing,
That has to be the refresh rate.
hmm like for the PSVR 2, it's like it's looking pretty nice, and they're going in on supporting the VR 2. and they're also saying that they want more AAA games on there as well, and to have like a optional thing, kind of like similar to Resident Evil 7 VR.
They should make more games with that option. So.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
what do you guys
I
think
mean,
about that?
I'm still. I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get into VR, but I'm still not sold on it yet. But it's good that it's going to be like a significant improvement, though.
There's some really
That's always
cool
good.
VR experiences out there. I personally own the Oculus Quest 2 and I love it. Hook it up to my PC. I play games like Super Hot VR, um, Blade and Sorcery. There's a lot of cool games on there. Phasmophobia you can play in VR as well. So there's some really excellent experiences out there. A lot more games are getting more support because of how popular the Quest 2 was. So there's definitely a lot of games out there. If they want to have AAA games on there, I wouldn't mind it at all because I think with PSVR 2, it would incentivize more developers to make VR games and to have those unique experiences on VR because the level of immersion that you get inside VR, you can't replicate anywhere else right now. Like even a game like Pavlov, which is like a first-person shooter, in VR. There's like Call of Duty maps in there. There's like zombies and everything. It's pretty cool. And the level of engagement that you get with VR is amazing. So with PSVR 2, I want it to come up because I want them to push the envelope of like making VR much more of a viable option and getting more people involved with that. So that there's more support for those kind of games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Coming from like that you've played VR, why go with I guess the OLED HDR version, not like I guess LED or LCD HDR? Like what makes that difference? I think for VR, for an
Well,
experience like that.
it's picture quality. So this thing obviously has a higher resolution than the Oculus Quest. It's pretty similar to a Valve in terms of resolution, but the Valve Index is just a beast in itself. It's $1,000 headset with full finger tracking and everything. Um, so the difference in technology is going to be one, obviously how that image is going to be presented to you because you're using OLED, this infinite contrast. So things like ghosting isn't going to happen as much. With the Oculus Quest, if your headset's not fixed on your head properly, there's how do I describe it? It's like a defocusing effect where it's not the sharpest thing, but you have to adjust it properly. So hopefully they can get that fixed. It was an issue with the Quest 2 that a lot of people had until they found out the right adjustments. But if this is true from what they reported on the specs, it should be a beast of a headset.
And burn-in wouldn't be an issue, right? Because you're not a still image; you're just like moving around in VR.
You're
You're constantly
constantly you're
moving.
constantly moving around, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, anybody else have any last remarks on the PS VR 2?
I just wonder. I guess the price probably be the same as the original, 400.
Yeah, they're not using the what do you call it, the move sticks. It's supposed to be like they
Yeah,
showed off the
there's some-
controller already for the VR 2, so it's going to be different. So I'm assuming it might be 500 or was it 400? I don't remember. I think it's like
Probably
I hope they
400.
keep up like the slick look of PS, like the white and black look of the PS5. I hope they keep that theme going.
Yeah.
Mhm.
PSVR 2.
One
So
thing
far, looks
about
good.
the PSVR 1 that was a big issue was the you had to use the camera. Like hopefully they put
Yeah,
built-in
yeah,
sensors.
yeah.
Because the
Yeah,
Quest
that's
2
true.
is very convenient that it has built-in sensors into it, so it's aware of your surrounding and where you're at relative to your space. And you would create your own outline depending on where you're at, so you stay within that zone. Hopefully they implement something similar because if you have to have an additional accessory like a camera to read where you're at, like lighting can be a big issue. And that was the thing with the old PlayStation camera was that if you were in a low light setting, it wasn't the greatest at all.
Mm-hmm. I know they said in the blog post that there's one single wire for the headset to the console, but they didn't confirm anything when it comes to the camera or the leaks either. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming
They're
it
probably not
might
going to
be.
confirm it.
Yeah, I'm gonna think it's in the headset. I could be wrong though. Who knows? The last one is a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt. It's by a guy named Nick Baker, who's supposedly a frequent video game industry leaker, and he has a positive track record. He's from he was on the recent episode of Xbox Era podcast, and he said that he's been told From Software is officially working with PlayStation to develop a new IP. And it's supposed to be also he notes that the project itself will be more similar to a standard Souls-like title compared to the studio's more recent departures from the structure or secure on the upcoming Elden Ring. But he did mention he hasn't had a cooperation from his other sources yet, so that's why I say take it with a grain of salt slash because it's a rumor. But overall, I don't know. Like in terms of this, not really shocked if it comes out that they're working together. Especially when Sony has a small stake in their parent company and all that. So it's not a shocker. And plus, they had this relationship since Demon Souls and Bloodborne. So I wouldn't be shocked if it does come to fruition, if it's true, so to speak. But like I said, having From Software make more Souls-like games, I don't know how I feel about it. Granted, they're good games, but I would like to see something different, personally speaking.
Armored Core?
Yeah.
Does it exist anymore?
No.
Can't you?
No. But what do you guys think?
Tenchu would be nice.
I thought the main director was like, no, I'm not doing this anymore.
He said
It could be.
He did say that.
Like, he really gonna go back on his word already?
Hey, yo, money.
Unless it's gonna be made by the B team without his help, and then that's gonna be another Dark Souls 2 situation.
No, B Team was it even From Software, or was it Bandai Namco that did it? That was the B Team.
I thought it was a B team from FromSoft.
Let me see. I want to check the store real quick for Dark Souls to see what was listed.
It says From Software made Dark Souls 2.
Yeah. Wait, yeah, they did say From Software. So yeah, maybe it was the B team, like you said.
Yeah, it was B
has the
team.
Has the B team ever worked on another game, or no?
I don't think so.
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't know.
All I know is they made Dark Souls 2, though. But that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
This could be their chance to like shine while they make a game before Elden Ring comes out.
I don't know if I'll buy it, honestly. Like, honestly, Elden Ring looks like Dark Souls 4, so I'm like, I don't know.
I'm not gonna buy it. If it's not offensive heavy, I'm not buying it.
Like, I'm interested in still buying it. Like, originally I was like, yo, Elden Ring is a day one no matter what. But now I'm like, I'm interested in buying it, but I'm not like super crazed about it. Because I mean, I don't really care for the Dark Souls series because of how slow it is. Like, Bloodborne is lit because of how it plays fast. I don't like how slow Dark Souls is, and that's why I dropped Demon Souls, because it's just too slow. I need
Bloodborne was slow.
What?
I thought Bloodborne was slow.
No, Bloodborne.
If Bloodborne is slow, bruh, Demon Souls, you're crawling. You are a baby in a crib. You can't move. So, yeah, I wouldn't suggest going to that shit.
Shout out to Music Garden.
But yeah, like, I don't know. If it's like if it's another like slow paced Souls game, I'm not buying it.
Yeah, I feel it. Anybody else for lasting remarks, and then we close out the pod?
How about Souls games are pretty much ass.
Damn.
All right,
Souls games are ass.
And Souls-like games too, bro.
Yeah.
Capping, bro.
Maybe I'll get the pass of Neo because it's actually quit. And when I felt like I died, I deserved that death because I wasn't good enough. But versus Souls games and like Bloodborne, if Bloodborne's fast and the other Souls games would immediate ass.
Yeah.
I'm not like a big Souls guy, but because I don't have
I'm not even.
any of them.
I tried Bloodborne. It was terrible. I hated it. And
That's
apparently,
wild.
I hated it. Like I paid $60 for that game, and I feel robbed.
That was the game that like helped me as a gamer. Like it improved me as a gamer. You know, like fundamentally.
I felt like that game depressed me as a gamer. Like it just took me. I have $60 back.
Those Chalice dungeons, bro. That
Okay,
forced Chalice
so-
dungeon. I hate that.
No
I
challenge.
feel like if you're enjoying the Bloodborne or any Souls kind of game like that, then you just need to get your rocks off in the bedroom because
That's how I feel about Persona 4. Same thing.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Hey man.
A game of dialogue and story versus a game that doesn't have any dialogue or story.
Hey,
Hey, man, sometimes
to-
no dialogue is better than I'm not you for 80
Oh,
hours.
shit.
Yeah, okay. Versus,
To be
versus,
fair, Bloodborne does have a story, and people can
A very-
apologize.
yeah.
okay, yeah,
It's-
okay.
No, what do you mean? I can literally send it to you. There is a story.
Send
in
it to
it.
me. Send it to me. Send it to me. I'm pretty sure I can like write a fan fiction that's better. That has
No,
more-
dude, I guarantee you can't write that good.
What a bit. What a bit.
I
Unlike you, I
guarantee
read first.
Dude,
Unlike
have
you,
a-
I read.
Yo, I
first.
have books right here in front of me. What are you talking about?
Okay,
Coming
okay,
at here
okay,
at me writing, like, bro, come on now. Reading and
Red
writing
Hood,
is like
Red
my
Hood,
guarantee.
Red Hood, we saw your story in Batman Arkham Knight. It was total garbage, man.
Bro, I didn't like that story. Coming at me
Yeah,
for that game.
Yeah, I'm coming at you. You
Jeez.
got the name.
Because I like the character Red Hood and that had a good costume.
Okay.
Jeez.
Spoilers
Oh,
for
yeah, you know, just like my name said Red
Bruh.
Hood had the Arkham Knight on the spoiler already.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Stoner Hood. Mr.
No.
So Red Hood's a walking spoiler. Is that what you're saying right now?
Basically.
Red Hood's a
Yeah,
walking
yeah.
spoiler.
Yeah,
Basically.
it's
But
spoiler for a 6-year-old.
I wanted to say this though. So before we close it, kind of like a segue because I saw this TikTok of like games need easy modes and stuff, and I'm just
Yeah. Oh
If
god.
they say, yo,
I saw that too,
Oh yeah.
So I saw
Bro,
that,
okay.
and then she was just like, it was interesting to see that TikTok because she's like, well, you know, I like video games, but because I have big boy, what was it like, grown up, like it was like
Yeah.
like jobs and
like,
stuff, like
grown up
adult
or
things. It's like, you know, I can't play video. It's like, bro, what you're telling me is you don't have enough time to play video games, and you have a job. I think everyone here has a job and still plays video games, but whatever.
Yeah.
You know, your situation could be different. And also, it's like, to me, if this person admits they're not good at video games, and I'm just like, oh boy, here we go. And I'm just like, if you suck at video games, it's fine, but not every game needs to cater to you as a gamer. Not every
Yo.
game caters to me as a gamer. I don't care for sports games. I don't care for racers. But I care for everything else when it comes to the genre. And I think it's just dumb where you're gonna have to tell developers, which I feel like developers look too much on Twitter for opinions at like instead of like looking at QA
Can-
testers or anything like that, and just to like
Yeah,
Can I voice
signal.
something? Okay, can I voice something?
Yeah.
So I am more of a casual gamer,
hmm
and I bought Sekiro on Xbox. It's a stable 60 frames a second, and you know that game kicked my fucking ass up and down the corner. You know, I'm still early on. Like, do you hear me bitching about a fucking easy mode? Can you give me more life? Can you give me more stamina? Can you give me unlimited health? No, it's either get good, bitch, or get the fuck out.
Yep.
Yeah, like
Get-
and
get
also
good.
if you want to
Get good, or look up a fucking guide. Look up a fucking guide if you cannot beat
And
a
if you
game.
wanna-
Hey man, BG did that.
But if you want the story, just watch the cutscenes. Like I don't know, like just
Yeah,
watch
go to
it.
Yeah,
walk.
Yeah,
for
it's like
streamer.
playthroughs
Like, you know-
exist. Playthroughs.
Like
Just
exist.
chatting, just
when
watch.
I got my ass kicked in Sekiro versus Souls games, I'm like, you know what? I deserve that ass kick. I deserve that L. I deserve that defeat, and that I have to restart over from my last checkpoint and get to where I was. So I'm not gonna even bitch and complain about it because I'm like,
Those
you know what, I
people who
deserve
be
that. I
saying
could have
that
done better.
about easy mode, and they talk about they don't have time. Those people are capping because those are the same individuals putting
Okay.
like tons of hours into like Call of Duty and shit like that. So like,
Yeah,
That's
you know what I'm
how
doing.
you
You know what I'm doing.
prioritize your
You know what I'm
time.
doing. You know what I'm doing. I'm
What's
making
up?
time for Sekiro. Making fucking time
Yeah,
for
you make
Sekiro.
time for the
I will
game.
not play it. I will not play it. I will not play it until like you know what. I have time to get my ass whooped by this game.
Not every
Let me
game
get
has
back
a
into it.
difficulty, and not every game has a difficulty slider. Certain games are more accessible for gamers than others. Obviously, the Souls like games, role like games are not going to have difficulty sliders. So you have to either adapt or drop the game. Period. And if you don't
Yeah,
want to adapt to the
Yeah.
game, then hey,
It's
that's on
either
you. But you can't say the game is bad because you're bad at it. You
yeah.
know,
Let the devs design what the fuck they want, bro.
yeah, exactly.
well, you can't say, hey,
fact.
put
That,
this
that,
mode
that,
there or do this. It's like, no, you gotta play the game the way it was intended to be played. And if you can't handle it, move on to something else. Play some Roblox or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, there's so many
yo,
games
yo, yo,
today.
yo,
Like,
you.
not every game
There's
is
so
for
many games to play.
Yeah, there's not every
Like
game is for everyone.
you
Matt,
know,
speaking
That's
of that, I was watching. We didn't talk about it, but I don't really care that much. I mean, it's some good games that came out of it. But ID at Xbox, they had a showing. There was a game made. There was a game made that's literally nothing but sound. It's a game where you control your movements are based on audio cues, basically. And I saw in the chat, will there be an option for like dialogue
Wait, I
or
saw
like
that.
screens for
Yeah.
deaf people? I'm like, nigga, the game is not made for you. Like, bro, it's an audio only game, and you're asking if there's subtitles and like a way to read the audio cues, my nigga. Just I don't know what to tell you, bro. Literally, I have no fucking clue what to fucking tell you. The game is not made for you, obviously. You just gotta hold that. The fuck? You want him to just create create his game and then be like, oh damn, deaf people, I forgot about you. Let me completely change my fucking game now. The fuck? Jesus Christ.
bro, it's okay. Not every game is made for every person, and that's
Literally.
not every movie is made for. Not every music album is made for everybody. Not
Exactly.
everything has to be made for everybody, and that
I think that's why
that
like
is
indies to me are like
like Hellblade, like Hellblade. It would not be really made good for a person who is deaf or hard of
Yeah.
hearing.
I think Alicia's gonna say that's why indies are great because
yeah, they don't
AAA
cater to
games
that
they,
shit.
they try to cater to the most people possible. Indie games they don't give a fuck. They make their vision, their creativity, their vision. That's why I love indie games the most. That's why indie games are my favorite games.
And that's fine because as you said, indie games try to cater to everybody. That's perfectly fine because they're trying to get the most sales. And that's cool. That also said indie games
Yeah.
because they try a lot more.
Yeah.
And I completely forgot one last thing though. PlayStation, not PlayStation,
You're a bit.
but Sony Entertainment has acquired Crunchyroll, and they're looking to be a unified
Oh
service.
yeah.
And
That's huge,
also,
That is
they're trying to do a kind of like tier system for PS Plus to like incorporate Crunchyroll into PS Plus. So think of like different versions of PS
Yeah.
Plus that'll
I,
have Crunchyroll.
all right. So let me get on this real quick. I don't want to hear anybody bitching because I remember when Bird used to own Crunchyroll and fucking Funimation, and people were bitching when they got separated. They're like, "Oh my god, how dare you separate them?" Well, now they're back unified again. It's under PlayStation. You either get with it and there hopefully there'll be a tier service where you can get both for a small payment, that would be nice, like how it used to be. Or you might even get a discount with PS Plus or something like that. So just I don't want to hear any bitching. The services are back together. So if you want to listen to sub and dub, there you go. You got a dub.
Me personally, I don't really much care. I don't use either. I use unofficial sources for my anime. So
Arr.
We
like
Arr.
Crunchyroll.
Yeah,
I
Crunchyroll's cool.
use Crunchyroll, but I use like I share with 4 people, so like I it's like I barely get anything. But yeah, this is huge because like, and people are confused as to why Sony would purchase them. Like they are aware that Sony is like a multimedia company, right? Like they're not just a gaming company.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, like
it's
fucking
very
they
obvious.
fucking own movies and shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's very obvious why they would purchase them.
Yeah,
I'm
and
just
like,
interested to see what comes out of this.
like I think it's big for like because like anime slash
Especially
games kind of like intersect, right? And like there's
problem is they
Yeah.
killed off Sony Japan.
Mm, yeah.
Low.
But
Fucking
Yo,
that's a problem.
excuse me real quick. Like fucking you're trying to own one of the biggest anime streaming services and to get some revenue. That of fucking course. You know, you're a multimedia company, especially if you're a company from Japan originally. You're gonna want to like, people really love this Crunchyroll shit. Let me buy into it. Like,
yeah.
let me fucking make some fucking money.
Yeah, Crunchyroll streaming service is really for like the West and stuff, and so like because of simulcast and all that stuff, and like that's gonna be big also because it intersects. You know, like I said, a lot of gamers don't know the big percentage, but like watching anime as well. For me, like shoot, I'll say that, dude. I watch anime as well. Like I'm big into anime
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Can't wait for Chainsaw Man. So having Crunchyroll and stuff with PS Plus makes sense, and it's going to be interesting how they go forward that. And
If you're more of a dub man, but you don't mind watching sub, you'll like fucking double dip, and you'll watch it sub then dub later. So it's like you watching it twice, and they still make money off of it.
Yeah.
It's not like a dub.
Any
I
last?
would fucking watch it for like
Yeah. Say that again, bro. You like?
I was saying I would watch for an anime. I really like either My Hero or like Dragon Ball if it ever came back, and just, I would watch a sub then, or I would watch a dub later. So.
Yeah. Any last remarks? So we close out.
Nah, that was good.
All right, cool.
No, good.
So great episode.
Shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
Everyone have a good night. Good gaming.
Appreciate it, Jay.
Of
Appreciate
course.
the conversation.
Good conversations. And yeah, Steam Deck is trash. Don't buy that piece of shit.
Hater.
That's
Yeah,
fucking Jay's
next
outro
time,
there.
Salty hater, dog.
And
Steam Deck gang.
facts, I'm part of that. Buddha, what about you? Where can I find you?
Thank you for having me on, guys. Thank you for having me on, guys. You will not find me on a YouTube or Twitch channel, but you will find me on Twitter, which I'm currently on hiatus on at I am Blue. None of you will follow me because you're all heathens and you don't believe in a higher power and you're all sacrilegious and deserve to burn in hell. But I love you all anyway.
Oh, shit.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Oh, yeah.
But
Well, I know.
But just take care of yourselves and of each other, and that's all I gotta say.
No. Leash, what about you?
Yeah, y'all can find me on Twitter, AlishR1. Also Twitch, AlishR1. I'm going back to school in a few weeks, which I'm gonna get some amazing internet. So I'm probably gonna start streaming Val again, like pretty regularly. Seems to be fun. Seems to be fun to enjoy. So I'll definitely be streaming that next 3 to 4 weeks. But yeah, it was a great show and a lot of good discussion. So have a good night, y'all.
Nice.
Take care of yourself.
And Bless, where can they find you at, man?
What the? Sorry, I just saw some crazy shit on Twitter. All right, yeah, you can find me on at what is it @_blessred on Twitter and at fucking blessred on Twitch. I was what the fuck did I stream last? Oh, I streamed Elder Souls. I streamed and beat it, and then I streamed another game. What?
You were streaming these nuts on phone. It's okay.
I haven't. No, I don't even know what you just
stream me
said.
these nuts.
Bro, I can't hear you, bro.
Got you.
You don't got anything.
Got
Your mic is in a toilet, bro. I can't
Yeah.
understand you.
Yeah.
So
I got my balls across your face, but that's
Oh
okay.
damn! Here we go.
bro, no, you got your mic in a toilet, my guy. But moving on.
You,
But
you
yeah,
know.
so find me on Twitch. I'll be streaming here and there. Might be streaming Neo too, or I might drop it. I don't know. We'll see.
You should drop it.
It was
Jeez.
It was yeah.
I don't know.
I
I
hear
lost
it's
interest in
a
playing
part
it.
versus one.
It's just like it's just the part 1 DLC. Like that's what it really is.
Yeah, so it's an expansion pretty much of one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
it's not. And I also beat the DLCs too, and they were not much different. Also, a lot
Damn.
easier. A lot easier than the other one.
What? So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
about time I put on my game journals hat on and play Neo 2 then.
Because that counter breaks the game. It really breaks the game.
And Jay, you're also on Planet Xbox, right?
Yes, tomorrow's Wednesday, Planet Xbox. We got a lot to talk about tomorrow. You guys can also find me on my personal YouTube channel, Dope as J.
Huh?
There's also the Twitter handle as well, Dope as J.
I didn't even know you were
Yeah.
playing Xbox.
Planet
I've heard of you somewhere.
Planet Xbox.
That makes sense.
Planet
I never
Xbox.
heard-
Let's go.
I know I've heard the voice before. But
Yeah,
I
I heard the voice too. Damn, I could have put my finger on it.
But it sure as hell wasn't from Planet Xbox. I know I've heard it from another podcast.
Planet Xbox, baby. I'm there every Wednesday. Unless you heard me as a guest on someone else's podcast, that's probably where you guys heard me from. I don't know.
It must have been. It must have been because I don't watch kids move.
Hey, Chris
Kids
Moon's a good
Move's
guy.
the goat. He's the goat.
Why,
He's
sir?
the goat, man. All I can say,
he has
but
the content, bro.
all
Bro, when
I
he said,
no.
dude, his Returnal, when he said like I
No.
don't have to read for second,
No.
I don't want to pay $70 to read. I lost my shit, bro. I was so
No. So I remember before closing this out, the funniest thing from Smooth in that Returnal was he like tried to punch the DualSense and he almost knocked down his Xbox Series X. It's like, bitch, you almost made me hurt my Xbox. I was like, yo, that shit was wild.
Oh, I was dying.
Amazing.
Smoothie.
But shout out to
Glad he
to
never
Smooth.
changed. Glad he
Shout out
never
to
changed.
Smooth and Planet Xbox, and I'm glad Jay and Burro were guests. And guys, make sure to like, subscribe, follow everyone here, and